Thank you. So, welcome to Cascade Arc 5. Woohoo! Sunfall. It's session 5 somehow. Part 5, session 5, whatever I normally call it. It's 21st of March, 2026. I'm Viktor the GM, and here are the players!
Still me. I'm Sean, and I'm playing Falkwin, who's the mystical speaker who allegedly keeps a magic ally.
Hi, I'm Kalli. I play Ignysera, who's a dragonfolk warrior who bears a halo of fire.
Good evening, my name is Alexander, and I'll be playing Lockheart Dourf, an empathic speaker who's exactly the sort of person you want interpreting the law.
Hello, I'm Hannah, and I play Myr'ra Pentergast, a Helborn Adept who sheds her skin.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris. I'm playing Nori Nediam, a half-Elven explorer who likes to infiltrate.
Allegedly. Yes.
Only if I get caught.
Exactly, right? You know. What do you remember
Apart
from last
that one time? Oh, drama.
Project Clear Sky.
Yes.
Uh-huh. We met. What did we settle on? Lucian. We met him.
Did we settle?
No.
Did we settle? I think he said both.
Yeah.
I think
I'm loving this because I don't actually know, like, I know I've said, because remember I said, oh, we've picked Lucian because that's what's written in my sheet, and I immediately said Lucius, I think 2 seconds later, and I'm like, well, that's it just has to be both.
I think, and then one of us asked last week, is it Lucian or Lucius, and you just said yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
right.
I believe in the original Elven,
Lucius
it makes sense to be one name, but translates slightly differently.
We kept making
Vanel.
King Vanel Ethane day worse by remembering stuff that we probably should have met.
Oh yeah, we did this, and then that happened, and
yeah, and then he said it back to us in a way that made us go, "Oh yeah, no, when you say it like that, it does sound bad."
that's really bad. Maybe
And then there was
reflect on yourselves.
the whiplash moment of then why did Bran and Elle do the ritual?
Yeah,
As well.
yeah.
Mm.
And now we can't ask him
Mhm.
because got blown up.
How rid of him.
How inconvenient and sad. So yeah, we kept making Vanel's day worse. And then we went and saw Ignysera's uncle.
Quilburn.
You did.
And that was fun.
I always forget to call him King Quilburn because
He's a king.
he just feels like somebody, like, I mean, I know I was about to say he's got that such like somebody's uncle vibe. He is somebody's uncle,
Yeah.
but like, you know what I mean, like he does have that.
We tried to think
Also-
of who he actually could be,
Yeah.
who would be played by.
He's a dragon.
I still like the Bill Bailey suggestion a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I do like. I feel like Bill Bailey could have been good for Sloth as well. To be fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, nobody's came to mind yet. Other than just voices I like hearing as well, because I'm like, oh, Morgan Freeman's a good voice, and like he feels nice and calm, like I feel Quilburn wants to be.
Depends what PG rating you're after.
Yeah, I know. True.
But yes,
Yeah.
we talked to Quilburn, and he said there, like, oh, he's really excited for us to do it, but he's a bit jealous really because he was part of the initial project, happened 15 years ago, and it's to help more dragons fly. He said, and it's a sky ship,
Yeah.
and it's partly made, but it's not fully done yet.
Yeah.
And they need some help with it. And they want us to finish it and then take it to the other continent.
For a nice little maiden voyage, you know, nothing political ramification-y based at all. Yeah.
No, totally fine. They also want us to make sure it doesn't blow up. There seems to be quite a big concern.
Yeah,
There's quite a lot of talk of
volatile, which is good for a sky ship. But yeah, the pipes on the ship are ready for energy or something.
Yeah, it's basically set up to basically get a fuel source and
Mhm.
yous are there to basically manage that, and then also deal with the other continent in a way very vague and left open to
Yeah.
interpretation.
But deal with it.
hmm
Okay.
Wasn't quite loud and go kill that person, but yeah. It was very much a case of I think Quilburn did say is like we're not going to be looking too deeply into how that problem's solved, right?
Mhm.
So if it comes down to it, it comes down to it, But whatever de-escalates a intercontinental war here, we're okay with it, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like plausible deniability,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
get the job done.
Anything else that happened?
And then Lucius came.
Yes, then you met wonderful Lucian.
Then he came. And he was weirdly polite and nice.
Yeah.
And we found that suspicious.
Yeah, we hate nice and polite people.
Being nice to us.
We don't trust it.
I think what's
And
also
we don't.
what makes it
That's a
weirder though is
character.
everybody else likes him as well, and that's the
Yeah.
weird thing. Where like it's like, oh yeah, he's lovely. Yeah.
And like, we also don't necessarily trust the gold leafs a whole bunch due to a variety of reasons. Some of them murder-based.
Oh,
Um,
the Scott approach to characters.
So we were on the offensive, which Falkwin led, and tried to get some kind of reaction from Lucy and Lucius by accusing his queen of murder, which went down much better than we were expecting it to go down.
Yeah. One of my favourite moments of that conversation was his. And who are we reporting this to? Which authority are you saying is above my queen? Because I feel like I should inform her of that. If that's the case. And I think it was Kalli that came out with council of her peers, obviously, the Grand Council. Like, them, probably. And he's gone, yeah, that's probably suitable. Yeah. Again, he doesn't seem argumentative at all. He seemed quite on board with the idea of going, oh, if there is corruption, let me help you, like, filter it out.
Yeah.
If you've got evidence, I'll look over it. Like, yeah, we can't have corruption.
Yeah, it seemed a little bit, power hungry. But in a very, like,
Being
Give me
too
all-
helpful for that kind of politician type person.
Have I been that mean to you guys with NPCs that when a nice NPC turns up, you're like, oh no, they're too nice?
yeah, I think most people that we like were mean to us to start in
Yeah.
a fun way.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Well,
Yeah.
Certain members of the party just looking for a fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know he can lie at like a level 10.
Yeah.
What level's the floor? What level's his lying?
Yeah.
It's true, yeah. He seems to be quite good at hiding his intentions, I guess, maybe. But what you could read from him seemed that he was, quite happy to be involved and help, and, no deceptions were read. And he's rolled really fucking well. He's all got, like, really high rolls. So, no suspicion here.
Thanks for trusting.
But there's little I can do that you have to say
just
this guy is really, really trustworthy because you have rolled sky fucking high and you've breached most people's ability to lie if he even was the type to lie. And then you're like, yeah, that must make him a really good liar. Is the takeaway from that? It's brilliant.
Yeah. We've definitely done that. We've tried everything apart from opening the door.
Yeah.
And been confused.
It's
about
supposed to
why
be
we
locked.
Can I persuade the door?
Or if the door's a mimic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we trooped back up because if we are accusing Majestolara of straight treason, we had to go and ruin Vanelle's day a bit more.
It was Quilburn, but like, why have you had suspicions about like a council member for this long and you've not told even me? What?
And then we made sure Margot was looped in because
Yes.
she'd be mad. And we trooped back upstairs, summoned the table,
Mhm.
laid out our suspicion. We very much tried to coach it as we just want people to be aware.
Yeah, it's not an accusation.
One
it's
accusation.
just
Yeah.
discomfort that we're sharing.
Yes. We're just concerned.
Mhm.
And then Lucian was like, oh, actually, I'm way more than concerned, and I've got a witness.
Mhm. Yeah.
A lunar handmaiden.
Yes. One of the lunar priestesses, and she basically corroborated that Modest Lara has been seen working with Sun in some capacity.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Yeah. So, after that meeting, there's a recess called for obvious reasons, and yous have been assigned a room that it was recommended yous don't leave. It was a recommendation, but one nonetheless. And you probably have roughly 5 minutes before the door knocks, so do you want to have any form of crosstalk as characters in the next 5 minutes of in-game narrative time before the door knocks and someone's coming to fetch you all?
Does Falkwin have access to a corkboard, thumbtacks, and red string?
I mean, there's probably enough in here that you probably could throw something together, even if it's just you scribbling on a wall.
Yeah, I don't know if he's making much progress, but he's definitely feeling like there's a mystery to get.
I like to
through.
believe maybe you've taken one of the bed sheets off, hung it over the door frame, and you're just drawing on the sheet like a whiteboard.
Yeah, I think Myr'ra would be joining in with that. With the, did he plan this? How could he have known that we were going to make an accusation against Modest Lara?
Yeah,
It makes no sense.
like Lucius is way too convenient right now.
Mm.
Why is he so nice? I've written nice and circled it about 7 times. Question marks around it.
I've thought of who
you
could
could
play
probably-
Wilburn, sorry.
Right, okay, yeah. Have you got?
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man. I wish I could do a better Goldblum impression.
Earrings.
Oh, they
That feels very
they-
good for me.
glow with bacon and pork. Look at them shine. Ta cha cha cha. Like things like that. That's Jeff Goldblum, right? Just randomly going to like
That
scatting.
felt very good for me.
Yeah. Maybe I've been channeling Jeff. Yeah, that's perfect. Well done. So good. Oh. So, anyone wanna have any other chat before the door goes? Other than the fact that it's very
Think so.
convenient.
Yes, this is clearly quite politically opportunistic.
I mean, you'd hope so, right? He's in the like second highest position in government. So it's pretty good. Mostly because Modest Lara seems to be MIA.
What
Yes.
do we know about Lord Lucius?
In what way?
His political career.
You've never heard about him like a month ago or like 3 months ago. Whenever he appeared, you've never. Read me this this bullshit ability. What's this?
So this is knowing the unknown. By accessing the resources appropriate to your character, you can ask the GM one question and get a general answer. The GM assigns a level to the question. The more obscure the answer, the more difficult the task. Generally, knowledge that you can find by looking somewhere other than your current location is level 1, and gaining obscure knowledge about the past is level 7. Gaining knowledge about the feat is
I'll be
impossible.
honest, I'm not even going to make you roll for this because I think what I said is probably still standing, right? Like, I think unless you go and actually look into gold leaf record keeping, you don't have access to it right now. and I doubt you've ever had access to. I mean, I don't know everything that Lockheart's been up to, but I doubt there's been much interaction with gold leafs over the years, since very few people have interaction with them at all. So, like, he appeared, like, as soon as, what's his face, Vanel, turned up and was like, hand on the table, bam, because Modest Lara's seat was still empty before Vanel obviously appeared, and then obviously has been empty since. And then Lucius turned up. I was like, well, I'm here representing the Gold Leaf's interests now. So yeah. I mean, realistically, right? The suspicious-minded amongst you might just be like, what if he's just a random guy with some really nice glowy hairdo? Right?
Yeah.
Or if he's in Modest Lara all dressed up?
Yeah.
As I say, we know the Gold Leafs. Maybe not specifically good, but we know there are members of the Gold Leafs who are very, very good at illusion.
Yes. Yes. They, you know also that they are the magic elves. They are so proficient naturally at magic as well. They're some of the most magical creatures on Cascade. Cadence. Cascade.
Yeah.
Cascade.
So, vicious.
Get
So-
all those mushrooms?
But yes. Anything? Obviously, if you want to use this later when you've got access to better info and stuff, we can totally obviously visit that there, but it would need to be Gold Leaf specific stuff you'd look through for his info, because he did just kind of come from nowhere. And the fact that he's got gold leafiness about him, people are like, it's clearly a gold leaf. Like, yeah. Well, by the way, Lundaranthuil and Erdoarnon have not kicked up fuss about the fact that he's there. So, but he also, Lucius isn't acting like their de facto leader the way Modesta Lara did, because they let Modesta Lara be the front foot, as it were, to the council. Because, I mean, as far as Lundaranthuil is concerned, like, she outranks him as far as he's concerned, for her efforts in the war, even if he is he who claimed the moon.
He did a bad job at that.
It's basically a lie at this point. Like, it's just a fancy puffed up title. I also just like saying Lundaranthuil. It's just fun. But yes, so that's pretty much what you know just now. Yeah. Any more for any more? Ignysera? Nori? Anything? Nope.
I think if Nori was going to do what Nori was going to do, his question would be, are we really sticking around in here? But other than that...
Yeah, I think it's valid for Nori just to say that to the room, as you've got, like, you know, Falkwin putting up his sheet to write on, you've got, you know, Lockhart trying to, like, go through his mind palace to work out what he knows about, you know, mysterious politicians. Obviously just the suspicions that, or the convenience that Myr'ra's, like, highlighting of the whole situation. And then the door goes, and there is effectively a very polite dun 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 knock as the door opens effortlessly, and in walks very, very tired looking Pride. Closes the door and goes, why is it always you lot? Why can't you just not be involved in this?
It's remarkable how often we hear that.
Can you explain to me, you were dealing with a big lizard, and now you're having a go at the Gold Leaf Queen, and I'm struggling to see why yous have any right to do that. What's happening?
I mean, that one is fairly simple.
It's been 3 months, and this is already... And she just looks like, why?
Well, the world is about to fall apart, and she may be part
Are
of it.
yous helping? Are yous holding it together or pulling it apart? I can't tell. That's... Why am I here? And she just sits down on a chair.
The big lizard has been under unfortunate attention from...
She puts her finger up and she goes, I know about the big lizard. Some of us are working hard on that problem, and it's pretty fucking exhausting.
And so the relationship between Modest Lara and the I want to say Cations, that's not right.
No, the Rakashans. Not far off.
Rakashans,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, not the Star Trek Cations. Nope. Same diff, really. Cat people. Yep.
The involvement of Myr'ra Stellara and the Rakashans seems to imply some sort of foul play.
So what is she guilty of? Just simplify it for me.
Murder.
Murder.
Simple as it gets.
We've all killed people.
We think so.
Who did she murder that was important?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think I knew that.
Yeah, the big gold beam, gold colour there. The tower exploded.
Are we sure he wasn't more trouble than he was worth?
Oh.
She doesn't laugh, but I'm laughing because it's just.
Yeah.
Every time Pride's in the room, why are we all tongue-tied?
I think it's like, I don't know about,
Okay,
yeah.
well,
Lockhart would probably say Myr'ra Stellara seemed to see Branwell as quite a lot of trouble.
Okay, and you disagree?
Yes, cautiously.
I'm not sure Falkwin disagrees.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think he's going to realise Branwell could be quite troublesome.
What I like is Hannah kept quiet there because also I know like Hannah's opinion of Branwell was you're a massive problem. I'm kind of supporting.
Yeah. He had all the classic energy of I think this is a terrible idea, but I believe you have the right to do it. So I'm not gonna tell people who could stop you. Which is quite big Isla energy working for Cyril.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to it, none of us really knew Branwell or particularly liked him. Even
I liked him.
Okay, that's fair.
I thought he was going to blow the world up.
Really met
I
him.
did think he was great.
Yeah.
I definitely thought he was going to end the world.
Yeah.
I was concerned about that.
Yeah, like, I didn't trust him. But I think the reason we're most angry about his murder is because of the tragedy of Van El then. Just having got there at that moment.
I
We're sad for
also
them.
think Myr'ra is currently in her head frantically thinking about the fact that as much as both Hannah and Myr'ra like Pride, we also possibly think the devil's had something to do with Bran and Elle being shunted 900 years into the future with whatever ritual happened. So I think Myr'ra's also a bit like, I think Pride probably saw him as a problem and probably would. And therefore...
Also, the posturing you've seen from Pride, I say posturing loosely, but like the energy that's came from Pride in this moment, besides her looking exhausted, is she doesn't seem to be dismissing the idea that she also thought Branwell might be a problem, right?
Yeah.
But that definitely has came across if you were looking into her behaviour.
Yeah.
It just struck me that, yes, of course, because the Fey War ended with the deal Bran and Elle made, so the Soulwell ritual with the devils...
Why?
We don't know what that happened.
Yeah. That's what Vanel said last session, right? It was like, why would he have to have done that then? It doesn't make sense.
We were always suspicious
I didn't
of
spend enough time.
the devil's involvement in that ritual. Because Bran and Elle was very like, this wasn't what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
The souls of my people shouldn't be in me. My people shouldn't have become the Ferren. None of that should have happened.
Yeah, and he feels completely responsible for that, right? Like as well, like he's like, that's my fault. I'm their king. I let this happen. Yeah,
and we now know there's the added thing of he'd already ended the Fey War.
Yeah.
So what's the point of this ritual?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, anyone having a conversation with Brig?
with that in mind, that Brandenell had many levers of change at his disposal, and may have at least been able to shed some light on some of the other changes that seem to be happening to disastrous effect across the world.
Pride turns and looks at you, and then just leans back, so her head's resting against the chair, and her eyes are leaning. It goes, and that's simplifying it, is it?
There has also been an accusation, not from us, but from within the Gold Leafs, that that she is directly working with.
Keep in mind, Pride was in that room.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Because it's Pride's job to turn up to those meetings.
Yeah, right.
That's why she's here, yeah.
Well...
It's meant to be her job, turning up to those meetings. But remember, her... Oh, was it? Her greed and wrath are working the crystal problem to artificially try and rapidly grow a replacement crystal, and they're not achieving it. That's the problem they're having, which is why she looks exhausted.
We can ill afford, for all the work that you have put in, for someone to be working directly against those efforts even further, particularly someone such as Modesta Lara. If she is acting against us, then...
And Pride sits up when you mention that as well, and kind of leans forward in the chair, and then she says, and you have evidence of her working against these efforts. Because I don't see how old Brandenell ties in with Big Nemaj Neb.
They are tied by her.
And what did she do to the big lizard?
She has been aiding the Rakishans, and it's the Rakishans that injured the big lizard.
We have some Rakishan exile, she does the air quotes, exile, telling us someone on our team is working against us. And you just believe them?
I think it's worth further investigation. It's why we shared the suspicions that we had, not as direct accusations, but as suspicions, which can then perhaps corroborate these.
Oh, no. I'm fully, she's suspicious. But she never smiles. What's that about?
So talking about the Rakishan witness then, that witness was presented and vouched for by Lucian. So do you, if you're casting aspersions on the witness, do you also mistrust him?
How is he consequential again? And that is her response, is very much because of, who's he again? Why is, what?
Yeah,
that's fair. That's kind of afraid. Kind of thing.
He's
she would
taken on her duties since her absence.
I see. You'd have to ask Joy then, because I don't know him. Because obviously Joy would have been standing in for the last 3 months for Pride, and he's turned up in the last 3 months, so they would have potentially crossed paths.
Joy will think he's delightful.
Yeah. That's the downside of Joy.
Joy hasn't mentioned him to you.
Why do you think Pride has Joy doing the job? Because Pride can be like, how's things going?
Yeah.
Joy's just like, yeah, it's all great.
Great. Having a lovely time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Poor Joy. Poor Sally Phillips. So, what's your plan, then? How are we fucking this up?
Our job is to report it. We've reported it, and we're going to carry on.
Is that your job? I'm confused as to what your job is.
We've been tasked with
supposedly energy distribution.
She looks around and goes, no, I mean specifically him. Like, what do you do?
Well, I need to.
And she just like gives you like a cheeky look when you say that. She goes, "That's a bullshit answer."
Yes.
She very much does a "that's not done" that conversation, but looks around. And she's like, "Energy distribution? Is this Quilburn's pet project?"
Obviously so.
I'm not really sure what he's up to either, but I'm sure it's distracting for him at least.
He seems to be enjoying himself.
She just rolls her eyes, doesn't say anything.
We seem to hope that it will help.
Well, at least that'll help him sleep at night, I suppose.
In Falkwin's head. Sorry, Falkwin. You'll get an apology first. Initially, Myr'ra will be like, "So sorry, no, you don't like this. Should we tell Pride about better?" You can think back. You can reply to this message. Because if she's working on the Mars Neb...
Is Falkwin so used to replying out loud? Tell the Ben
also
valid. Head, which is fun, but also I don't need that to happen, it's just funny.
It's funny.
Because we could make better Pride's brother. If she's working on the project as well.
I think Falkwin is only used to doing that with Elben. I think it being a different person would probably like almost startle him.
Yeah.
A bit.
Elben, is that you?
Do I think we should tell her about better? Yeah, why not? Like,
because of all people,
I mean, it could.
She might be able to. Also, I think they'd be hysterical together, and I want them to meet.
Thanks. It's not.
Just Pride, bratty teenage spell, a delight.
Yeah, and like
but also as the living embodiment of the Adept,
yeah.
she's probably quite useful to Pride in Pride's efforts to harmonise.
Yeah. And also, like, if there's some devil Bran and Elle conspiracy, then this could be an interesting way to tease at that. See what Pride can tell us. Okay. Oh yeah, we're also hunting down a living spell.
She kind of like narrows her eyes a bit, and then like just fully closes them, and then just shakes her head side to side, and then opens them again and goes, "Sorry, I think I fell asleep for the first time ever. A living spell." She looks and just points at me. Who's responsible?
Bran and Elle?
Yes.
Well, you can see how I had to die then.
I teed that one up.
Yeah.
We don't think it was intentional, but it might actually help. She's the living embodiment of the Adept equation.
Okay, so you let Bran and Elle create a living embodiment of the Adept equation to do what?
It was in my head for a while.
Oh, how lovely for you!
To understand it.
So it's picked up whatever like personality you've got too. Wonderful.
Yeah, she is quite a lot, to be fair. Not that you're a lot, Malcolm. That's not what I meant. I'm so sorry. Myr'ra creates emotional support pet. Looks guilty. That's not what I meant. I meant she's like a teenager. They're a lot.
So, where is that?
Well, we left
know.
them on the moon.
So is it that you don't know, or that they're on the moon? Which one is it?
Last we checked, they're on the moon.
Okay, and you
They might still be.
checked the moon.
We left them there.
Well, it changed colours. We wanted to.
Oh, we're all aware it changed bloody colours. Anyone with eyes can see that, and she just points up randomly. Do you know people
Is it
still
the
worship
other
that?
colour? Hasn't it changed back yet?
Yeah, it's weird. It's a city.
She shakes her head.
Maybe we should tell them.
Mortals. And then goes, okay, so you were on the moon, apparently. And then you met a living spell. You had one in your head.
Randall implanted it in my head.
Oh, good. So
And
you
it
let him
was-
just do that to you, did you?
Mm-hmm.
This person you're suspicious of.
Well, now he's suspicious.
I see.
Well,
Well,
less
now
so,
he's dead.
but-
So you said.
Yes.
Unless.
I mean...
And she like goes into like a whole like unless. No. What was the spell for? The Aberdac equation. How did it manifest?
As a bratty teenager.
No, not what. How?
There was a wizard who was trying to cast a spell, and it tricked me into letting it alter the spell.
Right, what kind of spell?
Teleportation.
Oh, brilliant! So you gave it legs.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that accurately surmises what happened.
Huh. You know, having an infinitely able to balance teleportation spell running around the world isn't terrible, if we can find it.
Mm-hmm. I don't suppose there's much chance that it stayed on the moon. I mean, maybe we're lucky, but if it can just teleport as it likes, then it did seem to want to explore the world, be free.
Did you encourage it to explore Kale rather than Felix?
We weren't particular.
Oh, so you like the idea of an entirely militant race of angry cats having infinite teleportation powers, do you?
I can't imagine the spell being keen to play ball with them. All it wanted was to not have to play ball for anyone, it seemed.
Right. Have
It
you
was
met
very
some?
opposed to the idea.
She says it
Yes.
generally like
In a
goes,
manner of speaking.
he's incredibly charismatic.
yeah. Yeah. No, he is.
And she just like nods as if like even Pride agrees
Yeah.
that he's quite like is annoyingly charismatic. Because okay, and also so I've not heard obviously I wouldn't, but Sloth is still with him.
Yeah.
I wonder how their wine is.
And you've given him potentially an embodiment of a harmonizing balance spell that can teleport anywhere, and a giant crystal that amplifies magic.
We haven't.
We don't know that they have this. We don't know where it is.
I'm just trying to think out loud about all the things that I'm going to have to clean up when you all get killed. Because guess who's going to be left over?
So, worst
Won't be us
case,
tomorrow.
someone has a new adoptive daughter.
She like nods slowly to herself, as if like still like running some kind of calculation in her head. Like she's like nods. She goes, maybe you just need to go deal with it.
That has already been suggested to us.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Kind of nods. Goes, I don't think you should fuck that up. Of all the things you have done, don't fuck that one up, right? Because we should not even have that. You know? She kind of like, she looks like a bit like, what's the word, like, discomfort is the word I've got in my head, but it's like she looks like slightly horrified by the idea of someone having the ability to move anybody anywhere. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't sit well with her. She goes, how much magic that's going to mess with might be mitigated by the spell's very nature. That's the only thing that's given me some sense of calm from this conversation. Because we can't be having lots of people taking lots of magic out of the... She just waves her hands vaguely. So yeah.
Dinner plate.
If you like. It might be an all-you-eat buffet generally, but the food will run out. When the food runs out, that's when the ogre gets angry. She's like just muttering to herself. And she like
I would decline to pass comment on Pride referring to herself as an ogre.
She stands up and like leans, walks behind the chair and leans on it, and she goes, "Okay, you just go fix that. I'll go see how my siblings are getting on with the next crystal we're trying to grow. But I'm assuming it's a waste of a week's efforts, given I had to come here for this." I also can't take, time off to rest. Because then what if the world explodes? I don't even know if I have to breathe. There'll be nothing to breathe. She actually stands back up and goes, "Do you actually get the full scope of this? This will be killing a god." She looks at everyone's blank faces. Gian!
Oh.
So, for everybody's knowledge, Gian is the planet. The two gods, Alata, the sun, and Gian, the planet. That gets called Cascade now. And obviously a lot of druids and stuff still worship Gian, and the elves worship Gian more so. So if the planet blows up, that's the death of a god, is what she's telling you. Because keep in mind, that's like her dad. Like, for lack of better terminology, right? So she's like, you get it, this is like the death of a god, right?
Yes, we are trying to prevent that.
Good. Can I, with the time I've got here, help fix any of that? This is probably like the most, I don't want to say humble, right? But like this is the most she's got on the point where like she looks like she cares about something. Because the last time you saw that, it was when she was vulnerable about like she tried to, offer herself basically. So like this is her being like, don't really want the planet blowing up. And it does feel very much like not quite the, oh, that's my dad, but very not far away from that vibe. It's definitely not, oh god, all the mortals will die. Do you know what I mean? But it definitely is a big concern for the fact that she would quite like a planet still.
So something just crossed my mind.
Okay.
If the elves primarily worship Gian, and the cascade is threatening Gian, and the cascade was caused by the Rakishans extracting the crystal, why is Modesta helping the Rakishans? If this is supposedly the primary god that her people worship, that her actions are now endangering.
I mean, keep in mind, not necessarily all the gold leaves are religious, right?
That's fair.
And they study magic, full stop. They don't necessarily differentiate what magic they study. A lot of their magic is divine in nature. Much like any Gian-based magic is also divine in nature, because Gian is god. Alata is a god. They're,
I was just going to say, I assume that whatever Sun's and the Rakishan's plot is probably isn't to destroy the planet. That's maybe just like a byproduct of what they've done, because they also live on the planet.
Yes.
So it'll be relatively short-sighted of them.
Also, keep in mind the Rakish and geomancy being the fact that they've spent time studying and working with the land. It'd be weird to want to then blow it up, right?
Yeah, I think that's like our concern as the cascade of events, versus being like their plot.
Yes,
I think their plot is probably power.
Yeah. Well, we discussed it before, where it's perfectly rational for a nation that has a very bad reputation from other people. They've done nothing to actually earn it. All very much concerns about the Rakishan Empire, but yet you have a giant nuclear fucking powered dragon made by angels and demons.
Yeah,
like,
and a lot of magic swords.
And 5 super powerful demons that are like immortals, sorry, devils, and Modesta Lara. Like,
what's the Blackadder Club? We can't be entirely absolved from blame.
Yeah.
The imperialists.
Very much that, right? But like,
we're not enslaving people.
Correct, but neither are they. They're murdering people. They were enslaved.
They were enslaved. Now murdered.
Oh, that's the right. Okay, yes, that's the order of that one.
Are we suggesting that the palanquin being carried by the Saurians was entirely voluntary?
None of you's asked any questions about it. I think the exact thing was, oh god, how do we stop Riven? Can any of us stop Riven? I think was the main thought at that point, when Riven was like, I have a sword, I'm going to kill that guy. So...
Oh, but imagine if we'd let her.
Yeah, imagine she did it. Like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Could have saved this entire arc.
Would that have been enough? There'd been other problems.
Yeah. Oh yeah, still an still have the horn on the Marshnet, but we'd still have an intercontinental war probably. Just quicker, you know.
Yeah.
But with the gold leaves, if Mirage is somewhat outside of this existence, then they may feel that they have insulation from the potential fallout.
Yeah, we lost Chris. We're all ski whiff.
Yeah, he just said he's getting a lot of lag, so he's going to reconnect.
Cool. But yeah, that's fine. Carry on. We can be all ski whiff for now. I'll just move over a bit. There we go.
So I do wonder if, from the Raktion's perspective, they're like, well, we can steal the massive battery to give us power, and they've maybe done some sort of deal with the gold leaves, and now the gold leaves like, well, yeah, you might mess that up, so we're still getting something from you, and if it all goes badly, we've got a nice pocket dimension that we can just kind of hide in.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad realization, right? The fact that Mirage is not part of Cascade, right? Like, that's a big deal to remember. And they built that many years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Can I check an ecumenical matter?
Sure.
The moon was worshipped by
Samda. Still. Right? Samda's sword was called Soma's sister, and the moon's called Soma. And it's seen as like a harvest god.
Okay, but it's not one of like the primary churches.
So you've got obviously Church of Light, Church of Night, and it's very much a case of things are aspects of light and night, right? And that was an aspect of night because it was about change and rebirth and harvest and blah blah blah. It could easily have been interpreted under light, quite frankly, because of the grand cycle and everything changing and dying and whatnot, but it wasn't for whatever reason, because that's why you spoke to the Night Church guy, like Father Rand or whatever his name was, back in Arc 1, and then you learned that actually like Samda worshipped the Church of Night and, you know, had a cool sword named after the moon. I mean, like Soma's sister, etc. So yeah, but that is weird that in, you know, those 900 years, the people that know that the moon is a city have never said, you know. which again is a very small number. Like I think you've met 4 people that know.
Did Modesta Lara know?
Oh, sorry?
Did Modesta Lara know?
You don't know. Never came up. You know that Branel knew. You know that Vanel knew. You know that Amblin knew. And it seems like Pride knew. But as, you know...
Yeah, which again makes sense in terms of if Sin had been an Ironroot city and was given to the Devils, the Devils probably had some awareness of where the Ironroots then went.
Because remember, Used learned, Sin obviously was the Ironroot home. That used to be an amazing, beautiful forest, etc. That entire place until it was pretty much culled for the Devil's purposes. And the city was gifted to them by the Ironroots because of the volcano. It felt like a good fit for them. Then they moved, because they were building Cascade City. Then that needed to be repurposed immediately into some new fortification. So they then built the moon. Because that's how good the Ironroots were.
The sentence, they built the moon.
Yeah. And then people started worshipping it because obviously people just forgot.
There were no Ironroots going.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Mm-hmm. And obviously the Devils have other shit going on since, making deals and shit. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What was your thinking on that one?
I couldn't remember if Eve and the moon had a greater relationship.
Just that technically Soma is an aspect of the Night Church, which is Eve. So that is attributed ultimately to Eve. Right? So there is a connection if you were looking for one.
Yeah, I think that probably is what was vaguely in my mind, but if it was just like that's meant to be like more of a manifestation, but not quite like that.
I mean, no one believes the moon is Eve, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when they're talking about like killing a god, we were like, well, we found out the moon was created. And I was like, is that meant to be believed to be a god?
Like, it's like from an ideological point of view, we might be killing a god because we're telling people it's a city and not a god, you know. So there's that, you know.
If this was the kind of world where like belief created godhood, like an American God style, then we would be killing the moon god if we start telling people. But we don't think think Soma was ever real.
And it's also like anyone that's like understands the history of like, you know, stuff like a lot of the religious histories of Eve falling and being banished from light and heat. It's unlikely she would be able to influence anything like a harvest god, right? So it's almost very conceptual of what Eve represented is what we are celebrating in a weird way that's obviously been embellished over like however many hundreds of years, right? So people like telling stories. What can I say? Believing in something greater than themselves so they don't have to take responsibility for it, I guess, right? It's probably why Pride's as cynical as she is, because she's quite near the top of that tree. So,
is there anything you think Pride could help with?
Yeah, basically. Let's look back to that question. Do you want Pride's help with anything that's possibly easy for her to achieve? Oh, you're muted. Sorry, Kalli.
Cool. Good job, me. We need to get better back, but I don't know if Pride's the best person to send to get to like. But also, we need someone that could like. I don't want to like make them.
No, but you need someone on like better is like almost level, right? Like you need someone like a heavy hitter that's. Again, though, the problem is Pride can't go on like a long errand, right? Like Pride needs to go back and help Greed and Wrath deal with this crystal shit. And as she said, she's probably wasted a week's work having to come here for this because she's left the rituals or whatever the hell they're doing to make a crystal. So, yeah, like gotta.
Like, what else could she do?
Because we know she's very resourceful.
We're still trying to find the gold leaf pillar, and that could maybe link back to Modest Lara. Like if we're trying to find Morn, maybe see if Modest Lara knew about it, and then that's another kind of thing against her. And
the other thing you don't really want to do too much is tell all the devils about the exile passage.
Yeah, exactly. Like especially Pride.
And you don't know which one is helping, right?
Yeah.
And is there anything else? We're okay on Benjamin. I mean, imagine it.
We could ask, as for the other part of the better equation, we could ask her to find Amblin. Or not, at least not let Amblin onto Dinosaur Island.
Go find Amblin. No, because then she can't go away for a while again.
Yeah. At least we can
See if
warn
you can,
Pride about
send
Amblin.
out feelers for Amblin or something.
I mean,
Last time we checked up on Helborn, he seemed in mortal danger, right?
you could ask her to do like
He
some kind of
has-
locator spell if you wanted. It's probably within her power, right?
Yeah, that would maybe be a good,
Mhm.
because we
Help
can
us find Amblin.
talk to people.
Yeah.
I can see how they're feeling, but we don't have any way of.
Where are they?
I don't think
Yeah.
I've got any.
Right, don't we?
Like again, if people can reply to us, they can tell us where they are.
Yeah.
But I don't have any like location based.
Yeah, I mean, has Nori just tried inviting Better for a beer, at a specific place?
You know,
They did seem
we've
to get
had
along.
worse ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's push this back into the realms of the game space. What are you replying to Pride?
I am really struggling. I'm getting really bad lag.
Eek?
I'm getting quite a bit too.
Right, okay. And else?
Mm.
Okay.
Odd.
I'm struggling
Periodic.
tonight, I'm afraid. And I've restarted the laptop and everything. And all green bars.
Yeah, no, like it's reasonably green on my side too.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
That's alright, if we can hopefully muddle on if possible. We can catch up if needed as well, between lag. But yes, what he's replying to Pride.
Should we ask if she can tell us where Amblin is, or trace him somehow?
And then implied like that we then support her going back and continuing her very important work. Yeah. And while we of course don't want to keep you from your crystal work, we did encounter someone else on the moon, a master wizard named Amblin, who seems to have some kind of grudge against Madame TTOT.
So there's like
Right.
air up there.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, he was there a while.
Well, there'd be plenty of air up there if there was a wizard up there for a while. She says to herself.
I don't know about that, but I think Myr'ra feels like they feel attacked.
I'm, in my head, I'm enjoying the thought of Pride eyeing up a potential holiday home on the moon, miles away from anyone and everyone.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
dream location, yeah. And then she says,
Just not want to know about the thing.
right, so there's someone else on the moon, right?
He is now no longer on the moon, but we're not entirely sure where he ended up.
Right.
If you have any way of locating,
And
so we can try.
who is he?
He's called Master Amblin. He was the Master Wizard in Loudenhall.
Right. I should probably have paid more attention to the people there.
I can draw you a pitch.
And she's like, she's like obviously like trying to go back in her fucking mind palace, and she's like, oh no, I remember the guy. Yeah. Do you have anything of his?
Do we have anything of his?
Do you? Nori, did you take stuff from his backpack?
Can Chris hear?
No, bear with him. Let's see if it's, our correspondent on the moon.
Sometimes.
Okay, did you take anything of Amblin's from his backpack? And if someone else can say that to him also, in case it's just me.
He said no.
Got
Okay.
that.
I saw it.
I said no.
Okay, cool. In that case, then no, I don't think you have anything of his, do you? Unless somebody else had at some point.
I feel like I've probably got like we had his thesis at one point.
Did you? I thought it was
I think we read
Gemble's?
notes in the library, and then we had Gemble's thesis.
Right.
I don't know. We took the library book, but I don't remember.
I mean, it is in this city. Right?
I don't know how much that would count. Like he wrote it,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I'll need some kind of focal point if you want me to find him.
I can maybe consider.
Full the.
What was that?
Send him a message.
So you can
Yes,
communicate
we have
with
a
him.
ring that we can mess him with. Yes. One way. She has the power to reply.
Right. So you want him to know you know where he is.
If we could do it without him, that'd be good.
Okay. Then we can't just ask him.
On the other hand, if he's in danger, he might be quite keen to tell us where he is.
And we don't want him in danger, no? Or do we?
I don't think we do. No.
No.
Right. But he's angry at Madame TTOT.
Yes. Something to do with his wife.
Okay. So Madame TTOT has stolen his wife, he's upsetty, and you are you involved in some marital affairs now? Like, who are you people?
We don't mean to.
And yet,
I don't
Often in the wrong place.
even know how to reply to that.
Yeah.
And I just very quick, very quick player. If we're using some scheme of hers to find out where he is this so that we can then try and find out where Better is?
I think that's related.
Okay, we're just trying to find out where he is for the sake of finding him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what she
Seems
does
wrong
want
to
us
let
to do.
die.
Yeah.
But she does want us to find Better.
Well, she definitely seemed to think it was probably absolutely irresponsible to not have tracked that, considering the potential it could be to the Rakashans.
Yeah.
Or her brother.
We maybe haven't been clear that was this morning.
Yeah.
It's not like we didn't tell anyone about Better for months.
Yeah.
Like we did with Modesta Lara.
It's just if we're doing all this tracking and locating things,
Would we rather
I
do it
just
on?
wonder
Yeah.
if we've got two targets here. Is one which is the priority?
However, if she's saying she can't track without, although I suppose the entirety of Cascade City is the Abradak equation, so that might she might not need something specifically of Better's. She might just be able to use the city.
As I'm not against us going to find Master Amblin. I just wanted to before we end up doing all that and go, oh wait, but we should be doing this.
What do you
I think I
then
just
as
thought
a
it
team?
was a smaller. It was a thing that we could.
What's more important at the moment, right? Do you want to find out where Amblin is, or do you want to find out where Better is? Ultimately.
Sorry.
Okay.
Probably better.
Okay. Because the way to look at the situation, right, would be Better seems like they could help a lot of the current situation, but Amblin seems like he could disrupt a lot of the current situation. So it's about what side of the scales do you want to interfere with?
Yeah.
I don't think we want Amblin to die, though.
I mean,
That would
violence.
seem
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. It does kind of feel like our fault that he got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. He was going to blow up the moon.
No,
Don't forget that.
Arguably, that solves a lot of problems.
While we were on
And Lockhart
it.
is friends with Mr. Amblin.
Yeah, fair.
Lockhart advises his clients never admit to anything.
Yeah. Don't even turn up. In fact, run away.
Okay.
Somehow they'll forget about you.
Yeah, pay up front, though, and then run away. Yeah. So, it sounds like the focus was on better. So what are you asking her to track, rather than Amblin? Do you want her to look for better? Because you'd need to ask her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I suppose as Falkwin mentioned, we could. Maybe your time would be better spent if you could help us locate better. That's the living spell. And we could get to work on not having her
Okay.
fall into the hands of the Rash.
Right. How much do you know about living spells? Oh, good. So,
Simultaneously nothing and far too much.
oh, good. And she sees some blank faces. Why would you know anything about a living spell and then birth one? Of course. So, I could probably look for some odd magical behaviors out there. Might not find better, but I might, good chance of it. But if I do interact magically with better, then we're teaching her a locating spell. So...
Ooh, but does that mean if I messaged her, it would teach her a messaging spell, and then she could talk to us?
Kind of odds.
Oh, but also everyone that she's... Oh. Okay,
So,
I see.
these are ever learning.
Learning and her core, her basis is the Aberdag, or does that shift in what she learns?
Oh, no. The Aberdac is just about balancing and harmonizing magic for stability and self-perpetuation. It's quite elegant, actually.
But that was what birthed her.
Well, no, this one
She-
birthed her, apparently. Points at Falkwin. And who knows what she's learned from him in that process. All I'm going to say
Okay, so-
is I wouldn't necessarily throw some kind of aggressive magic at her anytime soon. Because then all you're doing is teaching her how to do that perfectly.
And forever.
And sustain. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it sounds like I'm
Good.
going to have to help you kill this spell. And I don't really want to fight something that's got infinite aggressive magic, quite frankly.
I think kill's a strong word.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, unbalance.
Or that help?
She just looks at you and smirks. Like, tilts her head the other way. It's like, help. Remember the origins of that word for her? Yeah.
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 Language is tricky. I think, Myr'ra can't get past about that. It's like, I know it's a spell, but she seemed very real.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the people you've spoke to, like, have mixed opinions about that as well, right? Like, they're like, oh, no, it's a because Vanilla was like, oh, it's a person now? What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're quite quick to grant personhood.
Yeah.
as a group, to be fair.
I also say that it was now called better, so it also like identified itself, right? Like it wasn't like it's it was you guys personifying it alone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Prey's like, am I doing this, or are you okay with it knowing exactly where you are all the time forever?
Have you come across living spells before?
Yes, a lot.
And you unbalanced them?
I just killed all the wizards before they birthed them.
Sort of like side eye.
Oh yeah, like she does it very casually as well, as if that's what you do. You kill wizards to get above their station.
So would this be the first time that one has fully...
Oh no. This just sounds awful. We've not had, a big magical cascade problem. The other times. Everything was very nice and calm in the magical seas. And now we have to worry about tidal waves. Which is weird to say when the moon's like a say, but whatever. Bleh. Bleh.
Okay.
Can you see why that's a problem? Like she says to you, Lockhart, like, this could be disrupting any efforts we're trying to achieve. We need it to be helping, not disrupting. What if it wants to experience chaos? You could blame it, it's fun.
Sounds like it needs a...
You've seen me return a soul to a body. What if it learns that? Do you have room in your house for all the dead that she would rise? Raise probably is the word there, but still.
One.
So...
That would present a considerable inheritance debacle within the legal system.
I think she does. She probably chuckles at that, but it's a very reluctant, like someone just told a dad joke level of chuckle. Like the joke in itself pained her. And she goes, yes, quite.
So perhaps she's simply in need of a guiding moral bastion.
A mother figure! And she gestures with her hands out wide.
I was thinking perhaps...
I offered to take her for a first drink.
And then Lockhart is just going to point at Nori.
And how did that go? And how did that go?
That date, yeah, no.
No? Okay. Have you
That date.
tried that? You want me to breach her privacy? And yet that's an option you have?
Same as we could have to Mr. Ambleton. But in this city, we know there are some magics that can't enter and leave this city, so...
Well, in the tower, primarily. Unless it's the Fae you're messing out with, then you're probably fine.
Oh, we don't talk about them.
She just gives you a wink. A very inappropriate wink. And it's like, okay, well if I'm not needed, bye. And she just turns and heads towards the door unless somebody has anything they wish to raise with her. Nope. Sounds like she gets to go.
I'm concerned, but...
Yeah, because I think I would rather give better access to communication magic over location magic.
Just before she leaves, she goes, if you need anything, ask Joy, not me.
Lockhart will speak up. If it is Myr'ra Stellara is a foe in this, do you think the devils have the ability to counter her?
She gives you a really big toothy grin. And she goes, do you think there's anything I can't do, Lockhart?
The sum of your capabilities and the void of Modest Alara's desires. I do not know which one would end up with the greater leftover.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I can't defeat me. So what chance does she have? Oh, you good there?
Sorry, can you see that one again?
Yeah, she goes, well, as far as I'm concerned, I can't defeat me. So what chance does she have?
I'm sure if she could see one, she would.
On that note, yeah, Chris, go for it.
Or do you, and again, the suggested limits of your power here.
What suggested limits?
L?
She does that, it's like,
none,
what?
that's what I'm saying, none.
Then I think you have your answer.
But what I'm trying to ask is...
Well, he's dead, right? So that's an easy fight.
Modest Alara. Again, on topic. Modest Alara versus Brandon L. on 1. Did you choose to win that?
I mean, he's very old.
So what I'm suggesting then is...
You mortals get frail in old age, right?
Dinosaur horn.
Yes, dinosaur horn. Amplified her magic. Big problem. Yep, we're all there.
Modest Alara, yes.
Oh no, I understand what you're implying. Is she going to be more powerful than me, an angelic celestial being of infinite power, gifted by the gods who created everything? And yet you think a little elf would cause a problem for me? She's mortal. She's designed to die.
But she hasn't yet.
Yeah, that's odd, isn't it?
So what if she isn't?
Why does it sound like you're putting me up against Modest Alara here? What's happened? Look for this guy, look for this gal, fight Modest Alara. What? Is that what it's come down to? I need to solve your problems.
I don't know.
Like, yes, but also no, but yes.
It's also like, you did offer to help.
She did. I think that's why, like, she's obviously thinking about, like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What's the scope here? I meant, like, get you a coffee, not, like, defeat this, like, whatever the fuck Modest Alara is in your head.
You need a lot of help, okay?
She goes,
One last thing then, amplifying my own fears, as the mortal that you keep pointing out that we are.
it's not my fault you're moral.
Modest Alara. Definitely agree with that. Well, maybe. Anyway, Modest Alara plus Horn plus Aberdac equation.
Oh yeah, that's the nightmare scenario. Absolute nightmare scenario. But are you telling me you'd bet against me? She gives you like a cheeky wink again.
You already said you wouldn't want to go up against the Aberdac equation.
I might not have a choice, depending on what happens.
It's just trying to gauge a level of where we stand.
Oh yes, no, it's very much worth mapping out how incredibly screwed we all are if your little pet spell gets across the sea. You're gonna go stop that, right? Good. Good. Need anything? Like a blanket? Let Joy know.
Or ball.
And yeah, she leaves. Yeah. I think we take a break here, right?
To Falkwin.
And that's where we. 1 second, Chris. We'll take a break and we'll come back, right? And hopefully your internet might might have a second lease on life. I might recommend a little router reboot, maybe, and see if that helps as well.
That way, yeah.
Yeah. I will see you all in, say, 10 minutes. See you in a bit.
Okie dokie.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And I remember which scene it is. It's this one, I hope. Yeah. Let's see if the audio is okay. You also need to speak.
Woohoo! Audio.
I was thinking again, twice.
And then
What,
like,
one day?
and then
speaking. Is someone listening?
yeah, and then hopefully
So I'm
hopefully
not-
all of it comes through nicely and elegantly for whoever is doing the audio test.
The advert's over now.
Good.
Let's see.
Okay, we'll talk again a bit
Okay.
then. Hi.
Our words talking.
Yeah, it's fine.
Talking and stuff.
Yay!
Excellent. Good. Oh, apparently I hit my daily steps goal today. Thank you. Unrelated to me opening part 2 of this, I saw Colin today, so that was nice. Yeah. So, he was, for those of you who haven't had any interaction with Colin, he's the person who summoned Punch Child through Twitch points. So, he's that person. And also, obviously, from other campaigns. He also should be joining us for the Far From the Tree game, which would be exciting.
Exciting.
Yes, because he was in the 14th Icon game from the future. Yes. But anyway, welcome. Good hello, and so, because I normally say so to start myself off. I don't know, 21st of March, 2026, Viktor the GM, Cascade Arc 5, Sunfall Session 5 Part 2. Here we go. Players. Boom.
John, Falkwin, Magic Ally, currently MIA. I'll keep saying that until I get her back.
Yep, good.
Hi, I'm Kalli. I play Ignysera, a dragonfolk warrior who bears a halo of fire.
Good evening, I'm Alexander, and tonight I'll be continuing to play Lockheart, Dourf, an Empathic speaker. It's exactly the sort of person you want interpreting the law.
Hello, I'm Hannah, and I'm playing Myr'ra Pentergast, a Helborn Adept who sheds her skin.
I'm Chris. I'm playing Nori Nediam, a Half-Elven explorer who likes to infiltrate, but is tonight lagging behind everybody else.
Allegedly.
Oh.
Right, so, you guys are left in the room. Pride has wandered off to go and do what Pride does best. You guys have been told that you need to go to Quilburn's office. But you've got, like, you could probably pad that by 5 minutes if you wanted to do something else.
Should be messaged better.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Okay.
go for it.
It's like, yes, do what you'd like to do. Washing my hands over here.
You
Lockhart.
can do it.
Sorry. I don't have a ring, so we'll just let Nori do it. What am I saying?
What would Nori say? In that, like, just in that scenario, yeah. Like, what is, like, obviously you can talk about what players want to say mechanically, right? But what would Nori say to better? After hearing all that from Pride.
Well, at the present time, there's no room in this episode. Yeah, there's no room in this episode for a beer. So that's not going to happen.
I don't, that's not a guarantee. We could fit beer in.
No.
Let's go buy some. But
Listen, we haven't even got back to the point I started the game at.
We're closer than we were, though.
Are we?
Yeah, we're not on the moon anymore.
Mm-hmm. So, like,
you know, all things considered,
I'm just
we're
going to make
off the
it
moon really fast.
yeah. Okay. So what's happening? What are you saying?
Just going to make it simple.
Mhm.
Checking in, just making sure you're doing well. I know it's only been a short time, but concerned for you.
Okay, and you just send that off, yeah?
Got to get back on that. Yeah.
Yep, cool.
This. I would love this to break now. Oh, it does!
So, here we have it. Summoned manifest! Yeah, okay, cool. You get a reply And the reply
No, she
says,
wouldn't.
yep, we get the reply, and it says, concerned about what exactly? Should I be concerned about it? And that's all you get.
That's all she gets back.
That's all she says back to you.
Line goes dead.
Yeah.
Can I try to fix Nori's ring?
How would you like to do that?
So, let me go up. I don't know if it will help, but I feel like it won't actually. I want to do my thing where I channel through this.
Okay.
The idea of countermeasures to be like, don't break.
Right.
Somehow.
I know I let you away with a lot of bullshit, right? I don't know if I can sell myself on this one, I'm afraid. I'd love to, but I think I'm struggling with this one.
I think it would also, like, Myr'ra would definitely be happy to, like, take your ring to the Arcanatrix and go to Helgath or somebody and be like, can I have a free agent? And so I can try and fix this.
Sure, yeah. And that's probably, like you know, you've got the qualifications to probably pull that, yeah. For sure.
If you're going, you can take my ring as well. It's been broken for like 2 or 3 parts now.
I mean, also, like...
I didn't feel like I had the pull last time in order to try and fix it.
Also, you're going to go see Quilburn.
Oh, we can ask Quilburn. That's true.
Like, he was considered for the hot seat, remember, for the Arcanatrix. So... there is that. But does Nori tell everybody the exchange?
I think I would. I don't think I really got anything to hide. I'll let them know that my ring broke on the first use of trying to contact Better. Her response was like a panicked child about being. Should she be concerned? I think I should be getting back in contact with her pretty quickly to alleviate any of those thoughts.
Midway through that sentence, there's another message from Berta saying, "Yo!"
Would you like me to message?
And now she's in my head.
Yeah, Nori? Should I piggyback?
Yeah. There's no reason why not to. Please explain why I'm not getting back. My phone's died.
Yeah. And we don't... Why? Are we concerned that she got off the moon safely? Is that what I'm saying?
I was trying just to say...
If she knows where she is.
I know she's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I know she's alone in the world. I've been alone in the world. That sort of thing. Just trying to...
Checking in, keeping lines of communication open. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Whew. I will message Better. And I will say, hi, this is Myr'ra. Nori's communication method broke. I'm going to try and get it fixed. He just wanted you to know you weren't alone in the world. Because he's felt like that. And he wanted you not to feel like that. So no immediate concerning. I'm just going to ramble until the ring comes.
Yep. And then you send off the message. Cool. Obviously, let's see what happens there.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I want. I'm just going to roll a d10.
Okay.
I don't think I've got mine coded in properly.
No worries. Hey. So the reply comes back immediately, saying, I'm not alone, so there's people around me that you say I should be concerned about. I don't see people.
I message again. Are you still on the
That's
moon?
information.
So she said there were no people around her.
Yeah, but now she's paranoid there are.
There are. Okay. Are you still on the moon? Or have you made it down to the surface? You don't need to be concerned about people. But it's new, and that might be a bit scary. And so we wanted to let you know that you could talk to us if you needed to. And also, Nori still says he would go for that beer. Yes. Beer's good.
You send that off. Yep.
Yep.
Oh man. Let's see how you do with that.
No.
Yeah, these text messages aren't free. And then the reply comes back saying, "Okay, I'm freaking out now. Where are you?"
I reply, we're in Cascade City, in a room in the I give it like the most.
Yep.
Yeah. I will link it to the moon because it's like, it looks like on the moon. You know, in the tower that we were in? And yeah, I give many descriptions.
Cool. Let's see.
Again.
At least we know that you get the message that it breaks on across,
Yeah.
which is nice about the artifacts in the system.
It's still okay.
Yeah. Cool. She just appears in front of you.
Oh. Hi.
And she just looks around at everyone. So you also have people around you.
Yeah. But these we like.
Okay. Who's noticed the obvious thing? None of you?
That she teleported into the tower, which people aren't supposed to be able to do.
Yep.
Even Pride had to leave in order to summon the demons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
But Myr'ra's trying not to overreact.
Okay. Cool.
Because she's, again, probably didn't do very well as a teenager, finds teenagers scary, and therefore is trying to seem like cool and unbothered.
Yeah. Like, you're chill. Do kids still say chill?
Yeah.
Chill. Yeah. We're on the level, right? Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I think as soon as you appears, Falkwin is not surprised in the slightest. Well, I guess actually Falkwin wouldn't have heard the conversation that was just going on between.
I probably said all of my bio.
Myr'ra. So maybe Falkwin's surprised, maybe not, but takes a second to ingest the current situation and kind of thinks, okay, well, you all are probably going to have a much more enjoyable time at the pub if I am not there, because I know how that will go between Better and I. So I will leave you all to it. Enjoy your night. I'm going to go amuse myself.
What pub? What?
That's what beer is.
Right. Okay. No, I'm more concerned about the people. Who are the people following me?
At any rate, Falkwin just leaves.
Okay. Where'd you go?
The Pride.
Okay. So you're gonna go to Pride's office.
Or Joy, or
cool.
Whoever's there.
That's okay. Yeah, so you head off that direction. Cool. Everybody else in the room? And keep in mind, you were told to go see Quilburn. Just FYI.
Oh, was it Quilburn? Okay, I can go with Quilburn.
Yeah, cool.
One of the blades.
Yep,
Someone
cool. So yeah. She's like, why does he always leave? And who are the people?
Nori, what exactly did you say?
He said there were people
What people?
that I should be concerned about following me.
I look at Nori.
I didn't see any people.
Nori looks at himself. That's it?
I mean, definitely, you never said what she said you said. But it's close enough for her.
Oh, I think he meant like
no.
There are people in the world.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, duh. I look awkward.
She looks awkward for you. Like,
yeah.
And then
I didn't feel comfortable saying duh.
She goes, right, I don't know what's happening here. This is weird. I feel like we've had this moment. And she goes,
First message.
And she looks at you and goes, no. We were on the moon. Whatever that is. And it looks very similar to whatever this is. And there's no windows in this room. How am I supposed to feel comfortable in this scenario?
Do you want to go outside?
Oh! Yes, let's go.
Yeah,
she takes all of you outside.
Oh, good.
Immediately,
Just
all
generally
you
outside.
just all just teleport outside into like the circular square in Cascade. The breeze all hits
I look
you all.
around to see if
Yeah.
other people are watching. and
Anyone
looking
that was
into it.
sitting has fallen to the ground. Like you were just taken as is. Obviously, Falkwin, you weren't brought either because you'd left the room by that point. And she's like, right, okay.
Well, I was going to say, would we feel any of that sort of teleport radiation? Or is this
Oh,
like,
no, not at all.
doesn't...
Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
That's,
Nothing like that at all.
Teleportation.
And she's like,
That's very cool.
she's like, oh, this is so much better. I can like breathe here because apparently that's a thing people do. Like starts fanning
Yes.
herself as if like that room was stuffy or something for her. Okay. And she looks around as if
Cool.
noticing the fact that
you
there are
were
just
still
people.
on the moon still then?
And she goes, what? No, we were on. Are you? Is this the beer?
Not yet.
Right.
It will be soon.
Okay. And she looks around as if
No.
noticing the people around her.
Whenever
Like,
I first messaged you,
yeah, you go.
I was curious to find out whether you'd made your way from the moon to Cascade.
Oh, as soon as she was left, I left. I'm not staying
Your
there with that
person-
weird sleeping person.
Well, that was my concern. Adventure into the known world. I was just concerned that whether you were doing okay.
And how does one do okay?
Our interactions before, they were a bit frustrating, and you found them.
No,
the same
just
way. So
him!
just
She like gestures
curious
back
how
up to
you
the
were-
tower. He's the only one that was annoying.
I'm going to kind of
having
just
some big
ignore
feelings.
that at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll-
Big feelings.
Well, maybe you should try having small feelings.
Feelings are hard. But fun, sometimes.
He didn't seem fun.
Oh. Well, it's been a long day.
Kind of like nods. Right. As if agreeing with you but doesn't really know what you're talking about. And then she goes, so... And then she looks around and sees just people going about their daily business and goes, what are they doing?
living their lives.
Right. And this is their life, is it?
For each individual person, it'll be completely different. And it'll be whatever they make it.
Right. They can just decide that, can they?
They can, and so can you.
Right. So... Okay, bye. No,
You don't want to be-
she just starts walking off. Goes, doesn't sound that nice.
Yeah, fair. Sometimes it's really annoying.
She's just walking away. She says that over her shoulder. Just walking into
Nah, look
Cascade
at
City.
everyone, what are we doing? No, we're just letting it. Well, we know we can talk to her now.
She also seems a bit more together.
Don't want to stop her again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be safe out there. If you need us, you know how to get in contact now.
And she like pivots on her heel and goes, yeah, that's something. What else can you do?
Depends. On, like Lockhart said, everyone's different.
Right. But you like spoke to me from here. Now I can speak to you. Well, from here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
well, I want more. Where do I get more of that?
Okay.
Don't let her go to the academy.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't mention that. Player agency.
Yep, player agency moment.
How do we make this wanting to go to Dinosaur Island to help? How do we steer her in that direction?
Well, she wants to learn more. She wants to explore and know more, then the world has to, exist. So
Yeah. She doesn't seem bent on destroying the world. Like, it doesn't seem like her vibe.
she wants to live and learn and everything. So in order to do that, we need her help. Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell her about the impending cascade and the consequences that'll have, and try and trick her into thinking that or even like semi-tell the truth to her into thinking that all of the best wizards are on Dinosaur Island dealing with that right now, so she could learn a lot from them.
Which isn't really a lie.
That isn't really a lie.
Yeah.
That seems like
There's a lot of powerful people
Yeah.
who can learn a lot from them. And then message them separately and be like, don't teach her anything that's like really destructive.
only
Healing
good.
magic only.
Yeah.
Or something.
One
Only balanced
similar
magic.
or slight alternative to that is we send her to Pride. And I know that has baggage.
Excuse me.
So what do we do?
Do we trust the people on Dinosaur Island to be able to...
I mean, yeah, do you trust Gamble and Madam TTOT?
No.
And Alexa Cookridge? Because those are the three heads that are there, right?
Oh, we did. Now we're kind of questioning.
Not anymore.
Yeah, we trust Gamble.
No, we trust Gamble. But do we trust Gamble with perpetual
Where's
magic?
Pride? Is she in her volcano lava hot spring by now?
She's probably... Again, we don't know if she's left Cascade City or not, but she'd be going back to continue the crystal work with the other two.
Oh yeah, right.
She wouldn't. She sadly hasn't had to. She probably only stayed with you guys as long as she did to buy herself like a 5-minute sit, to then have to go back. The fact that it takes 3 of the Celestials to attempt to rapidly grow this crystal, and they've failed for 3 months, is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also have probably a better understanding of the Abradak equation than not than anyone else really, other than like Vanel.
Yeah.
It's just if we
And
give
not to sell Vanel short, but he was very much a give him a sword, get a victory, not ask him loads about cool lore like Branonel was, Like Branonel had a staff as a weapon, right?
Yeah.
Vanel had a big ass sword. I feel like that was very telling of what class they picked. Not that Vanel's not incredibly smart by other people's standards, just because he's so old, right? And he's obviously got like one of the best races of a brain because fucking Iron Roots were insanely advanced. But he wasn't Branonel, and he's probably not Modest Delara when it comes to knowledge. Other than maybe the Abradak
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Like that makes sense. Like if you think of like our society, if you ask most like moderately well-educated adults, they can probably remember their high school physics and like Newtonian motion and things like this, but they're maybe not quite up to date on the finer points of general relativity.
Yeah. I think as well, I say all this with a book of quantum physics on my desk. This has been like, what I love though is on this, first of all, there was a box that had cake in it. I love that. Underneath the box that had cake was the super special journal for this world. It has all the important facts like the devil's names, and then the book about quantum physics. What a stack on a desk. Cake, RP, quantum physics. Yep.
If this was an episode of Men in Black, you'd be getting shot.
Too powerful a combination. But yes. So anyway, regardless of that, is it he's going to try and send her to Pride, or are you going to try and send her to Namaj and Co? Because that does
I think
involve.
Pride would be more interesting.
Okay.
Or do we just try and talk to her here?
Yeah.
If we send her to anyone, we are trying to essentially hope that they will instill some like morals and
Well, Pride's full of those, right?
So the other one we could do is invite her to see Very Magical Dragon Man.
Mm.
And we could take her to Quilben. And then see if she can stay with us.
It's very true.
Which Falkwin might not enjoy.
Will Quilben accidentally teach her everything? Anyway.
He's so good at not saying
just
things.
by being enthusiastic.
But at least if we're looking at sort of blueprints of personalities.
Yeah. Quilben's quite of our options.
Yeah. Hey, the big dragon man's way cooler.
He's fun, he's interesting.
Yeah.
And he should understand the implications of Abradak.
To be fair, yes, he should. Although
he's
acceptable and stuff. He's also
he's a well-educated puppy.
Does and a well-educated, he knows stuff.
There's big golden retriever energy.
Yes, yes, he does. Played by Jeff Goldblum. Yeah.
But as a dragon.
Yes. Big power, like the Rock proportions of big buff dragon man, but Jeff Goldblum. Operating system. I love it.
Goldblum energy.
Yeah, it's good. Again, if the budget would allow, for legal reasons. Is that the plan then? You're going to try and convince her to come see a magical dragon man?
I think it's a good start.
Yeah. Okay, well, what do you say to her when she's like, oh, I'd like more of that?
Oh, well, we're about to go and see someone about a magic project. There might be chances to learn more.
Okay.
He's very cool.
Right.
He's a dragon.
And that's okay. I can just do that.
With us.
You can come with us.
Right. And that's okay.
You to come with us? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's no.
Right.
Well, we're inviting you to come with us.
And that's how that's done. You just get invited to something and then you go.
You can choose.
Right. What are the options?
That's what everyone has to decide for themselves.
Oh.
You can choose to come with us and potentially learn a lot of things if you do.
But I could choose to come with you and not learn anything if I wanted, right?
Worked for me.
She looks at you and goes, and just gives you 2 thumbs up. And she goes, okay, where's that? Back where we were?
Yeah.
And then she just moves you all there.
Okay. Oh.
So people have just seen you guys in the square appear, have a conversation as she's about to walk away, turns back, and then just all of you go away again.
I feel that's a fairly normal day.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that
Especially
weird. Yeah.
Current.
Lots of, especially with the Arcanatrix nearby, right? So, yeah. So you're back in that room now, and she goes, "Yeah, I don't really like this room. It's quite stuffy. Why are there no windows in this tower? The moon one had windows."
Good question.
It's very true.
Maybe this was built for a wall.
We don't like those?
No.
Right.
No.
Okay.
What's our main focus at the moment? Trying to prevent one.
Right. So someone has one.
Well, it's coming.
Right.
It's one of these things that builds up over time.
Okay. Just looks like kind of almost past you. So where's the magic person?
Oh, we have.
Yeah, let's head over. And this is another decision that you'll perhaps discover is that people don't always do the easiest thing. Sometimes people enjoy doing something slightly more difficult. So perhaps instantly moving between places is an easy way, but we're just going to walk towards them.
Right. I did a lot of that earlier. That's slower.
It is, and takes most of us a lot more effort.
But you see so much more though. So much more.
So much more.
So many other things to investigate.
Why would people teleport then?
Sometimes the speed is worth it.
But then they're missing out on everything. Are they choosing to do that? That seems silly. What if they learn?
I think it depends on the purpose of the movement.
Right. And that's important.
It can be.
Okay.
Sometimes you've got to weigh up. Is it more important to see things and enjoy them, or is it more important to get where we're going quickly?
And how do we weigh things?
You think about the two options,
Okay.
or three, or more,
Okay.
and you decide which one to you is more important.
Right. How do you do that?
Mostly based on experiences that you've already had.
Oh,
Something-
see, I don't really have those.
But every day you'll gain more.
Right. And then I'll be able to make important decisions. Okay. Well, let's go.
We open the door.
Yeah. So I guess you lead off towards
Yeah.
Quill. So while this has been happening, like, you get to Quillburn's office, Falkwin, and again, it opens, and he's like gesturing you in, like, come on, come in, look who's here! And it's Margot sat there with like a mug of coffee that she's hugging, and it's like slightly vibrating, and it might be her like 10th that day, and she's like drinking it, and like as she's like drinking it, she's like nodding as if saying hi to you, but still just guzzling the coffee, and then she just pats the seat in front of her as if just sit down. And Quillburn goes back to behind his desk and sits and kind of leans back and just makes like a whistling noise to the room as if, ooh, okay. And then Margot's like, right. You know what you're doing, right? And she just turns to you, Falcon, and just hits out with that.
With regard to Operation Clear Sky?
Yes. So that's, like, we can trust you to just sort that out, right? If you think there's somebody better, we'll send them. As long as they're not busy on Dinosaur Island or, you know, the defences. But, yeah.
Up to the job.
Okay. I wanted to send warlocks with you. I'm just going to put that out there. I wasn't allowed to do that because that was seen as aggressive. I think it's dumb that we're not doing that, by the way. She looks at Quill. Quill was like shaking his head like that, as if it wasn't his call. But no, you're just going to have to go and deal with it in that way that you guys do that.
I'm sure we'll manage.
So
I am a little distracted at the moment, though, with a different issue, let's say.
Right.
How much do you know about living spells? Just kind of addressing both of them.
she just swears immediately. Like, fuck. What have you done now?
So
No, or
Our
what are you
group encountered-
what you gonna do? We need you to regulate
would you like the
magical energy on an airship that might explode because this one's too excitable to wait 20 or 30 years until he's perfected the techniques needed to stabilize air travel.
So
We built hot air
This is
balloons.
both-
They're fine. Why do you need something that goes faster?
this issue is both a problem and a solution to that. This living spell in question that we're trying to deal with is the living embodiment of the Abrudak equation created by Brannon L.
Like, immediately you hear the clatter of like a teacup in a saucer just getting like shimmied to the side by a giant forearm as like Quillburn leans right in. Goes, well, you were saying you've seen a living spell, and it's based on the Abrudak equation. You're saying that,
It came out of my head.
right? Right, and you're still talking. Okay.
feel fine mostly.
Right.
I think.
And there's no residual. What's the term? Nightmares.
You know, I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say that. Like, Alubed not being around is a problem. But like, no, I haven't noticed any problems with myself.
Right. Okay. That's good. That's probably why you were being looked after by the Arcanatrix for so long. As if he's like working out the timelines in his own head. And he goes, right. And you think you can handle this job? This is quite a big job, you see.
Are we still talking about the spell or Project Clear Sky?
I don't know anything about no spell. That's your problem. Your job is to go and manage the energies on the airship. Or skyship, I think they've been calling it, so it's a skyship.
A living embodiment of the Abradak equation would certainly help with that.
Yes, if only we had one of those.
Knowledge of the Abradak equation in general. Well, on that note, such a thing, I believe, is currently having pints down the road.
You're taking an embodiment of a living spell for alcohol consumption? Margot is just puts the coffee cup down and goes, I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm going. Call me if something blows up. In fact, no, don't. And off she goes. She just leaves the room. Possibly slightly vibrating from all the coffee she's had. You's probably pass Margot in the hall as you are heading through. And then he's like, she's just like, nope. As she walks by. Just like both hands up, nope. Just walks through all of you.
Hi, Margaret.
And yeah, then obviously, Falkwin, you're joined by everybody else, including Better.
I thought you all were going in a different direction.
Oh, we did.
We came back.
Oh.
I chose to come with them.
I was expecting you all to be... Hello. I was expecting you all to be making merriment.
Quillburn's just like looking. Obviously, he's big smile at you, Ignysera, and goes, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one. Oh, I don't know you.
Our friend that we mentioned on the moon.
Oh, you mentioned a lot of people on the moon.
Oh, the living spell.
She just kind of like waves awkwardly. And goes, oh, right. Should all probably sit down. He just like growls a bit to himself, like, like, what is this? This is fine. So, I don't think I have enough tea and coffee for this, so we're just not doing that. Hello, he says to Better, who again just like waves again, as if continuing that. And then
this is Better.
Right. And you've chosen Better as a name. No, not important, Quillburn. So, I'm Quillburn, hello. And she's like, is he going to do that the whole time? Right.
Probably.
Right. Hi? She says back awkwardly, and then sits down. He goes, yes, let's all calm down. Everybody calm yourselves, relax, sit down. You can tell he's talking to himself. Just everybody very calm. No magical escalation needed for any of us. Yes. And then he sits and tips one of the kettles over. When he's perched on the end of his desk, and it like startles him a bit. And then like his wing knocks something else off his desk, and he's like, right,
I'd
Okay.
rush up and clear everything.
Yeah. And he's like, it's okay. Thank you. And like pats you on your shoulder and he goes, so you've given a living spell, and it's there, just talking, and it's here, and it's based on the Aberdac equation, and we're having tea. You're okay. What he's doing?
Oh, we've been asked that question a lot today.
So I guess we're trying to make sure that the Aberdac, that better, has an appreciation for ethics and morals. It's the good place. We're trying to teach ethics in 10 minutes, and see if Colburn perhaps has had any understanding of how living spells usually sort of turn out.
Are we not trying to just forcibly strap her to the dinosaur's head?
No.
No.
Only
I
you
think-
took that.
No, she seems to have like free will and consciousness, and therefore.
Yeah, but far less important than that. If we tried to do it, most likely they would just use that against us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Quilbert and she's like, she's like a brand new person. She's a
Well, of course she would be.
but she
She's only been here
she-
for how long was it? You said, and like gestures to Falkwin.
like a day.
That depends how you count, I suppose.
He just looks at you like
does the
horrified at
time
that
where-
phrase. No. Doesn't depend how you count. There's a very, very structured mathematical system for how we count. Falkwin, don't fall apart on me now.
Least fixed point of 1 plus x.
But yeah, like she's been alive like less than a day, like
Mm-hmm.
for your counts, right?
Well, she may have had her own body for less than a day, but she's certainly been around longer than that. And I might sound quite prickly when I say that. She's not the most. How to put this? Rather an antisocial housemate, let's say.
I don't even have a house.
You were squatting
I don't know what that means.
in my brain.
No, it looked like you had lots of people wandering through your head, so you just let
I just-
anybody in there.
I'm just not engaged. I'm not responding.
And Quillburn's looking between the two of you going, right, so, how long?
That's a question for me as well. How long was she there? Bran and Elle implanted her before we teleported to Dinosaur Island.
Yeah.
And that was
We can probably
like
say,
3
like,
months ago,
let's just say it's probably at this point
Or-
3 months ago, yes. Yeah. Give or
Yeah.
take a week.
about that. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Quillburn's like, okay. So it's had a lot of time to develop. And you're saying it only manifested recently.
Physically, yes.
Sorry. And he like gestures to her, goes, apologies. The better only manifested recently. He does correct himself. He goes, okay. Right. And she goes, is that important? And he looks and goes, oh yes, very, very much so. It lets me understand how long you've had to, well, soak up Falkwin, if you were within his being, growing and developing, and then you emerge, and then how long you have been external is quite important, because then there's all inputs available to you compared to one, you see. And she's like, I don't see.
I probably need to tell them about Half-Elven now as well, don't I?
It's up to you.
If she was soaking her up also.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I think I do. Oh, what do you mean by soak up?
you know, learning, absorbing, building, forming, being, constructing. Yes, she was building herself out of what was in you that she could use. Not that she's taking from you, other than as if you borrowed lines from a book to construct a sentence. You know?
And if there was another
Yes.
soul that was sort of not sharing space in my brain in the way that Better.
When you say the word soul, he just puts his hand
right
on like Ignysera's shoulder as if it's almost like a weird comfort thing. He puts his hand. It's quite like a protective gesture as well. And he's like, and he doesn't interrupt you. He just my pen goes flying. He doesn't interrupt you. He just like does that motion as if, oh god, it's getting worse. Like, and yeah, like what if there's another soul inhabiting? Yeah, yeah.
If there was another soul, and that soul happened to be a slightly egotistical gold leaf elf.
Right. In you, specifically.
That's a little complicated, not quite in me, but with me.
Right. Well, it's quite important, the difference, because if it was in you, then absorb away. External? No.
Noted.
Okay. So which was it?
The latter, I believe.
Right. Right.
She's bound to an object, and we can communicate mentally.
You
and pass
have
magic
the
power
soul
between
of
us,
a gold
but-
leaf elf bound to you in some way, and you're telling me this, and I've put you in charge of the... So... He pulls out a book, opens it, and immediately starts writing notes. Goes, keep going, I need to know more.
Oh dear.
As soon as you open your mouth to say anything, the door knocks and in walks Lucian.
What?
Hi there, everyone. Am I interrupting?
There.
And like Quilburn closes the book and like kind of clutches it to his chest for like comfort. And he goes, "No, you're not interrupting anything, Lord Lucian. Please come in. Maybe your expertise."
I'm afraid you somewhat are.
Oh, and he looks, goes, "Please don't listen to him, unless it matters for the project. So, Falkwin, he knows a lot about magic."
No, I'm not comfortable continuing this conversation in these circumstances.
And Lucian's like, "Oh no, please don't if you're uncomfortable. I would hate to have imposed. I can come back later." And Quilbur's like, No, you're needed now, unfortunately. We'll just have to continue this conversation later, Falkwin, if there is a later to continue this conversation in.
Returning to the living spell.
No, like Lucian's about to talk over you. He goes, "Well, if I'm not imposing, this would be a wonderful time to continue perhaps our original discussion about the project, given that we had that slight distraction earlier." Change
Referring
places.
to Modesta stuff.
Yes, Queen Modesta Lara, correct.
And we want to get back to discussing Project Clear Skies.
Yes, who's this? And are we allowed to discuss it in front of her? And she waves and goes, "Hi, I'm better."
I think
She's our intern.
Lockheart will say that is a choice that they will have to make for themselves. And we'll turn to face Better and say, what we're about to discuss, we cannot discuss just freely amongst others. Can we trust that you will keep it to you, or would you like to?
I only know you. She says the royal you to the room, obviously.
But if you were to meet others, this would be something we would want you not to discuss.
Okay. And it's okay to not share what people have said don't share.
it's a choice for you to make.
Right.
If you share what we ask you not to share, then we probably won't share anything else with you.
Right. Okay.
Choice.
So by not sharing this, I get more information.
Most likely.
Okay.
Oh.
Poor Chris. He's
There
not
he
having a
goes.
good night. Yeah. Again, I'll lean over for the. Change places. So yeah, I think Lucian looks confused, but he's got a very polite look on his face, as if, "Am I continuing? I didn't follow that." Is the kind of look on his face, and then Better's like, "Well, I don't know anyone to tell anything to, so I don't think not sharing anything is a problem, right?" As if looking for approval.
For your benefit, Lord Lucian, this is, I suppose, an expert on ongoing magic.
Oh, I see. And so young. Also, you must be a protege. A savant, even.
She's very special.
And he smiles
Lockhart
broadly.
essentially just try and get a sense of, is better understanding that actions have consequences. Like the
I think you know that just from how her and Falkwin's interactions have went. Like, it seems like that's all quite clear, right? Like, she was very, like, especially in the moon conversation, that session, she was very, like, deliberately saying things to annoy him, right? Initially. As if, you're not letting me do what I want, so I'm going to make myself the most annoying possible, so you then let me go away. Vibed, right? So, I don't think you need to roll her, like, I think you just know that, right? She is aware enough of that. She seems to be switched on to certain things and just not others. As if things that seem to have grander, like, open-endedness is confusing to her, right? But the idea of going, if I do this, this will happen, is something she seems to understand quite efficiently, because that's an equation.
Mm-hmm.
then more ephemeral or emotive. Does she understand, or does she feel like we're being condescending?
I don't know if she would have a concept of condescending.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just because of how subjective that can be, right? So, yeah. I think if you tried to mansplain the Aberdeck equation to her, she would maybe be like, "Yeah, no, I am it." Like, but that would be about it. So yeah, I don't think there's. No, you don't get the sense that she's not able to understand most of the things you're saying to her. She just likes asking what that means, or where that would go, or how that is. Like, where's that in the bigger picture of everything, right? Seems to be the way she's looking. So it's one of those like toddlers that just keep saying yes, and yeah.
Why?
Mhm.
But why?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
why?
So yeah. So where was that for any particular like furthering of the conversation with her?
Yeah. So it was just that. Yeah. If does she get? It was kind of that if she does tell other people what we've said, don't. Is she going to understand that that's
You
not
don't feel
what
like she was lying to you when she was like, "I don't know anyone to tell, so I wouldn't tell anyone." Like, you don't get the impression that she's lying.
But that's not what we've said, essentially. Like,
Yeah.
just because she doesn't know someone, that's not the reason not to tell someone.
No, but you told her she could choose who she could tell, and if she doesn't tell people, she'll get more knowledge potentially. Like, at no point do you feel like she's never understood all of that either, because that feels very simple for her to absorb, right? Because she goes, "Oh, you guys have told me there's knowledge. If I don't share what I learn." So, yeah. I think you're quite comfortable with that, if that makes sense. That's she's very on the surface about a lot of that stuff, so that's why I'm not making you roll for any of it, because it's quite there to pick up. So yeah. Anything you were wanting to say to her because of that?
Then sort of if Lord Lucius is then sort of saying like, can we discuss? I think Lockhart would simply say to her, then let's listen to what This is Lord Lucius. Let's listen to what he has to say.
She just like looks up at him, doesn't say anything. He goes, "Okay, let me just," and he like squeezes through to an empty seat. And he sits down, like crosses his legs, and kind of like leans back in the chair and goes, "What a day it's been, right? Quite busy. So, if you don't mind, Quilburn, I'll just I don't know, he would say King Quilburn, he would give him his full title. If you don't mind, King Lightscale, I will continue if that's okay." He goes, "By all means, Lord Lucian." And then he starts talking about just the very dull admin-y stuff of, this is when we're departing, this is how we're travelling. Like, we have the option to take his special cool cart that he brought from Mirage, or we have to go in the original design convoy that seems rickety and uncomfortable by his standards. So he's left that up to you guys to decide what way you'd rather travel, but regardless, he'll be in his carriage that can accommodate everyone comfortably. And you won't feel the bumps on the road, effectively, is the thing he's concerned about. But all the others are just regular, like long-range travel carriages that would, be pulled by horses or whatever.
Yep, I think we absorbed that.
Mm-hmm. And how would you like to travel?
Oh. Telepathically.
Yep.
I check in with the tweet. And I point out the pros and cons. Obviously, this carriage sounds way more comfortable.
Quilburn leans in to Lord Lucian and goes, "It's okay, they do this a lot. They just stare at each other quietly for a moment, and then they usually reply. I've noticed this a lot."
Yeah, there's a lot of wide eyes. Yeah, if we travel separately, obviously we can discuss things without him there. But equally, if he's close by in his carriage, he can probably figure out what we're doing anyway. I vote comfortable carriage.
Yeah. I mean, like, something's going to happen, so we should start in a nice carriage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, get the comfort when you can.
Yeah.
And the others?
Which one is better, Gwennon?
I mean, we haven't established that yet. Better's not in this telepathic
Yeah.
bond. Unless you want to teach her telepathy.
Oh wait, sorry, I was writing down notes and I didn't catch. Are we voting on a method of transport, or are we deciding which of the two methods that are both going the same way we're individually going into?
Yeah, basically, are you going to go in the comfy magical carriage from Mirage that he brought because he didn't like the idea of travelling for as long to the span on an actual regular travel carriage, which is designed for maximum comfort, might I add. It's just also an actual carriage on an actual road being dragged by horses a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, I'll get my own carriage. He's like, well, mine can accommodate everyone if you want to travel with me. Or we can take all of them, but I'm travelling in my carriage.
So if we all go in his carriage, the others probably won't come.
Well,
is that the vibe?
Basically, the other three can those resources, like horses and stuff, can be redistributed to other places they might be needed.
Okay.
Is the way to think of it. But they have been assigned because Project Clear Sky has a lot of resources dedicated to it, thanks to Quilburn's weight. So, either or is fine. It's just he's offering that as a friendly gesture.
Unless something magical is going to happen to move the carriage along. If we're going that long road north, then Nori would still take a horse and scout ahead and be just ahead of everybody else.
Okay. Do you say that in the head space? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Lockhart and Falkwin. Our speakers are surprisingly quiet on this matter.
Well, how would Falkwin put this? if there's multiple options going in the same direction, Falkwin wants to be in the one that better's not taken.
Okay. So it sounds like you're on the back of the horse that Nori's on.
Or a horse of his own.
Yeah.
Or that. I don't know how good Falkwin's riding skills are. They're probably not terrible, to be honest.
Well, we've seen them.
Sounds like the type of thing he'd have done as a kid.
You did okay in the past when you rode a horse for a long time. You didn't stop and eat it.
Maybe we should take 2 horses.
And
we've always got a pony.
Lockhart.
Yeah, I mean, Lockheart isn't that concerned. It probably would take the special chariot that's offered, but does recognise that if taking one extra.
Keep in mind, you can't just talk to Lucian about what the logistics look like. All he's mentioned is his carriage is comfy, or you can go in the ones they assigned us, which he was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so if we finish telepathic, I think Myr'ra will probably say, we should ask about extra horses. Because if his carriage is like weirdly magically fast, then that might be an issue. But if it's not, then maybe we go in his carriage with a couple of extra horses for scouting. Should we ask?
Sounds good.
Okay. We come out of that.
But Quillworm pats and goes, see? Look how they've moved.
And we ask that
JD
question.
and Scrubs just every time.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it the opposite? We look at the camera.
Yeah.
And then we come back into the scene. Yes, I will ask about his carriage. Does it go faster? Nori quite likes to scout ahead and around to make sure we're safe as we travel.
Oh, I think we'll be perfectly
Would that be a
safe.
problem?
From what I've heard, the road to the span is quite well guarded, I believe. Isn't that right, King Lightscale? And obviously he puffs out his goes, yes, we protect her roads. Quite chuffed of himself. And then Lucian says, I mean, my carriage is magically assisted, as it were. I am not going to be utilizing actual horses, you see. It will appear that I look like it's being drawn by horses, just as we don't upset the superstitious.
Okay. But does it travel at a horse speed? Or
How fast would you like it to travel? It's not going to get us. We're not going to teleport there.
Mm-hmm. If we did want to bring a horse, though, could it keep up? Is my question.
Well, the carriage I have doesn't need to stop while we sleep.
Okay.
But I believe a horse
And the
might.
carriage accommodate horses.
And he goes, I don't. And like you can see, the first time he ever looks slightly horrified. He goes, I don't like the idea of an equestrian inside my. It's quite well upholstered, and I do know a cleaning spell, but. And I think Better leans forward, excited at hearing that. But he goes, but I don't really. It's not, it's not as good as getting actual professional cleaners in. It always feels better when people have actually physically done it rather than kawoosh. He waves his hands mystically.
Okay.
So you wanted to bring equestrians? Yes.
I look at Nori.
If we're gonna have to, no. There's no way Nori would put a horse.
He looks so relieved at that. He's like, oh, good. I think it's quite comfortable. Yes. Good. He relaxes back into his, almost slightly too comfortable look that he has about him. And he goes, any other questions I should... What luggage are you bringing, then? Maybe I should be more, anything alive?
I gave away my
Wouldn't
method.
Yeah, probably would glance at Myr'ra at that.
Right. Okay. Just nod. Good. That's good. Anything that's a bit pungent.
Depends-
Can I look
depends
at
on
anyone and go,
Depends how many days we've been travelling in the wilderness.
I start sniffing some of my
Yeah,
teeth.
yeah.
yeah, I'm just like,
My inventory claims that I still have the cave crawler pincers. I imagine I would move those on at some point.
Yeah, no, they've been used to make Nori's bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Remember, like the two ends of Nori's bow, so it's a melee weapon as well.
Yes.
Not the innards part, though, not the gutsy, squishy bits, but the pincery bits, yeah, for sure. But yeah, so he looks a lot more relieved at the idea that you aren't going to be bringing a lot of crap. Like, that will smell up his beautiful, like, carriage. Yeah, man. So he goes, right, where would you be ready to leave if it was, the sooner the better?
We'll stare into the...
Yeah, only one thing to consider is, I'd like to go. Could you fix some magical items for us? Do you have that?
Depending on the nature of these items, of course, I may have to inquire into how they got broken and what their purpose is, but probably.
I think Myr'ra's got the rings, so.
I hold out the rings.
And what are these? He touch them, he just gestures to them.
Mine still works. So it lights up. I make
Yep.
it light up. And it means we can communicate across distance.
Oh, how useful! But one doesn't work,
Yeah.
you say?
Two don't.
Two don't work. And he looks around and he goes, right. There's only one there.
Lockhart takes his one off and hands it over.
Oh, I see. May I?
Does he need mine?
Yeah, it just takes whatever you hand him. Yeah, so you hand him both the rings or you hand him all three?
I had him both,
Mhm.
but I'm like, you can look at mine if you need to see.
No need. It's,
Okay.
I mean, they're all of a similar craftsmanship, of course. Looks like, I don't know, Denk handiwork, perhaps? Yes? I see. Recently forged as well. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, here you go. He just hands them back to you.
I give them to Nori and Lockhart.
But did you mix them up?
Oh, no, because I think we've had this discussion that they only work with the people.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get handed the rings back. Anything else we have to do before we leave?
Nori looks at the ring and goes, you detest this.
Oh, I'd love it if it broke immediately. That'd
What
be
if it
so
is
funny.
broken
That'd be
again?
so funny, and you kind of need to do it. It's too funny not to do.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Defeated.
Yeah. And yeah, it seems to work. And he seemed like he did so little to make that happen, by the way. Like, even just the idea
thank
that it
you.
touched him
Thank you.
seemed to be enough. He goes, oh, you're more than welcome. That sounds like an incredibly useful piece of jewellery for this particular adventure. I'm quite jealous.
It's came in handy a few times.
Yes, I'm sure it would have. How did you come by these rings? They were all matching as well. Do you all have them?
They were all...
We were-
Down you go, Chris.
No, that's all I was going to say because
No,
I'm
no,
going to
just repeat it.
mention
No,
that they came from Pride.
just
They were
repeat it.
gifted to us.
Oh, they didn't come from Pride. They came from Vermi.
Demi.
Vermi made them for you guys. As a thank you for helping get her the throne and, like, killing Pride for possessing her mum.
We don't need to mention that. Bit.
Yeah, these are the light scale thank you
We could
rings.
just say they were a gift from...
Yeah, Queen Light Scale. Yeah.
Yeah, I mixed up in my head. I wasn't
That's
sure
okay.
whether
Pride's
we
not
got
been
those
so,
from Pride.
like, she's not really being super gifty. Yeah, she would consider herself the gift. But yeah, so obviously you say that. It goes, but his question was, did you all get them?
No, there was.
I did not.
There was
I see, and
only 3 of us involved at the time.
why was that, if you don't mind me asking? It seems like such a useful tool.
Oh, I wasn't around at the time.
Oh, I see. So you can't communicate with the others.
No.
Would you like to?
Yes.
Do you have any jewellery on you?
Oh,
God.
to brace it. So that seems like a
Seems like a bad.
Do you know, I didn't even realise how charged that statement was until I said it. It's like, oh.
I don't have anything in particular written down.
Yeah, but like you could have like a
Falkwin
piece of
said,
jewellery or something on it if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's the type of person who has like a necklace, something.
You could have a necklace. You could even have like a family ring or something on, or something like that. Do you know what I mean, like there could be anything. Like,
I doubt he would wear a family ring.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't want to be seen as
Especially not
part.
giving it to who he's about to give it to.
So yeah, it's like, do you want your necklace or whatever then?
Yeah. Especially doesn't want a family ring on in the span.
No, not at all. Unless you need a favour from a favour from a favour, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So like, you take your necklace off.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
I probably have some necklace. Yeah. Let's say necklace.
Yeah. He goes, oh, I see. It's not as well crafted. No. Than the other rings, but yeah. I mean, he just like kind of closes it off in his hands, and there's some golden light that obviously like creeps through his fingers, and then he hands it back and he goes, I'm unsure how the others worked entirely, but that should be enough to at least reach out and connect.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So obviously I know you would need time to work out how the fuck this thing worked, right, in the actual fiction, but for the sake of me being a GM giving a cool magic item to a player, here's how it will work when you learn. And it's effectively works the same way, where it'll trigger a D10 roll, right? But when you establish a message with someone, it's a two-way conversation you hold until you choose to end it.
very cool.
Okay.
But only one other person can be in that conversation. So, right? So, D10 depletion roll, you can effectively, same vibe where you can just send someone a message, and if they accept, you can both talk to each other until you choose to end that. Or they choose to end it, obviously. So it works slightly differently to the others. And he just did that with his hands.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Was better watching.
So, any other preparations you have to make? Let's maybe try and do them by tomorrow morning, perhaps? Maybe an early start, if possible. Let's say 5 a.m. Or whatever the equivalent in universe time would be, because we're not dealing with that. How many cycles, by the third cycle of the, non-moving moon. So, like, yeah. He gives you the equivalent of a 5 a.m. start.
Yeah, and I'll say the equivalent to, like, the military time.
Yep.
Like, 500, yes.
He goes, yes, I'm not going to be that formal on the road. I hear that's quite, it's tradition to be quite jovial on road trips, so I'm going to embrace that.
You do so. I will be on guard.
Okay, like it kind of like gives you like a respectful nod, and then he stands up and goes, "Well, if there's no other matters of logistics I have to consider, I will see you all in several hours' time." And he leaves, and the room feels a little bit darker when he goes, a little bit colder.
To everyone but us.
It's like, fuck that guy being so helpful and polite.
so nice. What's he up to?
What an asshole.
Yeah, isn't it? The more nice he is, the more we're like, what's going on?
His own wagon that travels through the night.
I did think that based on like how we reacted to Pride, who was effectively incredibly unhelpful, even though she offered to help. To this very helpful man that were like, I don't trust him.
But I think it's literally the devil you know, though, isn't it? It is, you know that Pride will betray you.
Yes.
Exactly.
She's done the worst.
Yeah.
We came through the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's literally the definition of an abusive relationship.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
She feels like she's suffering from it too, though, the way she presents as well. It's not like she's like, why are you always involved in this stuff? I'm busy.
Yeah, with her bad relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another problem.
Okay, so anyway, who's doing what overnight? Because it's 5 a.m. as far as I'm concerned.
I would like to say hi to my parents.
Cool.
Bye to my parents.
Nice. Hi, child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
We had like an awkward dinner.
Here's like a whole bunch of sandwiches for all of your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Restock my tea supply.
Yep.
very important. Yeah, I'll just gather
Falkwin
like
goes
all
straight to
food.
bed.
Yeah, that's fair. Yep. So Falkwin goes off to bed.
And
Myr'ra goes. Is everybody staying with Myr'ra, I guess? Is that what's happening
I
over
was
there?
like, you can all stay at mine.
Yeah.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
You all come to mine.
I already know that Falkwin's going to sleep terribly tonight as well. Just everything with Better has definitely left a bad taste in his mouth. He cannot understand why harsher tactics are not being taken.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lockhart would be like, so Nori, Better, pub?
So yeah, you just head to the pub for a bit, yeah?
But Lockhart is going to go somewhere else first. Just wants to know that that's where they're going.
Yeah. Okay.
Lockhart would like to just go to the dank sort of chambers and like, find someone in the go to some of the diplomatic sort of sides and be like, okay, I need everything that we've got on
Lord Lucian.
Lucius.
Yes, Lord Lucius.
So you know that Verme's in her office if you wanted to speak to her about it. Or do you want to go to somebody lower down?
Also, should we not tell Verme about Chiral? Because we did promise. I think I promised.
Okay. Yeah. I think Lockhart would go to someone a bit lower.
Because you don't want to deal with having to tell her about Chiral. I get it. I see it. I see what you're doing. I see it.
I don't think it's not her job to build a dossier.
So you head to like one of the random people that would work obviously in that like admin section, and you open the door, and perched on the desk with a mug of coffee is Verme, chatting to the staff. But all the staff look like they're trying to work really hard, and she's like just sat on the desk talking to the room, and they're like being polite, being like, we kind of need to get on with this because there's a lot of logistics that need to happen, especially for Queen's Rise, and you're also in this room talking to us. And that awkward way where like your boss's boss comes across and you're like, I have a deadline and you're not helping it because you don't have a fucking deadline. So yeah, that's what happens. And then like her face lights up when you walk in and goes, Lockhart. Just nods. Doesn't say anything more because obviously she saw you in the council chamber. But does that thing of, doesn't say anything. I think the look conveys she doesn't want to say like, hi, it's nice to see you, because it's not, quite frankly, with what you've just brought to her. But she's still pleasant, of the face.
Probably. Your servant is always, Your Grace.
And she kind of just goes towards that. Did you need me? Or was it these people?
I will require these people, but perhaps there is some matters that we could discuss.
Okay. Here or in my office?
if I could convey just to the administrators, and then perhaps we can head to your office.
Yes, of course. They're good listeners, from what I can tell. She gets up, and one of them gulps for the sake of the audio track, and then she's kind of wanders closer to the door to kind of gesture, and you squeeze to the tiny office filled with 3 desks and 3 people scribing stuff down super fast, and putting stuff in scrolls and sealing them up with official wax seals and stuff, and putting it on out tray piles.
Essentially, Lockhart will be just for the diplomatic corps, anything that we have on Lord Lucius, gold leaf.
And one of them
seems to have taken up.
One of them looks up and goes, and you have permission for that? And he awkwardly looks between you and the Queen. As if, are you allowed to just ask for stuff on another nation?
Asking for any dealings that we have had diplomatically before he took on his position.
Right. That will take a day to collate. We're quite busy here. If you want to come back tomorrow, we can have that prepared for you.
Yes. We'll see what you can get done in 6 hours.
To just give you that look, that strained eye look of, okay, sir. It might not be as detailed as we would like it to be, but we'll see what we can throw together.
Appreciate it. And then start heading away.
And then Vermi walks with you, I guess. So, how's things besides awful?
Oh, I mean...
You really knocked out of the park picking Kamala, of all people, right? You really thought, hey, who does Vermi know? It's a good choice, though.
Yes, exactly. And to ease some of the burden of these difficulties, someone that would be more intimately familiar with you.
Right, yes. Did you know that lunar blooms mixed with silver make really incredible healing tonics?
I didn't know it was mixed with silver, but I was aware lunar blooms had such properties. It's how we revived Cairo.
Yes. I spoke with King Vanel, for obvious reasons, after the discomfort. And yeah, he knows quite a lot about plants.
We knew him in capacity as gardener, I guess.
She gave you a funny look, really? A gardener? Him?
But he has been around a long time. He will have picked up a lot.
Yes. Odd that he's still, around, though. Don't you think?
It is a long time.
I don't think I'd like to live that long. I think I'd go mad.
I think that is a difference between the Iron Root, I guess, and us.
Kind of nods. And goes,
I hope it is anyway, and I hope that he won't.
Right. Well, here's hoping. I feel like we've had enough mad royals for a lifetime.
And how is Douglas Dugal doing?
She goes, he has difficulty letting go of the office, I think. I don't think he realizes that he is also rich and doesn't need the title to get everything that he liked from the title. such as good food and biscuits. Like, I just think he got very used to sitting at the Grand Council. He's not been since they removed the chairs, mind you. But strange man. Hard to believe my fake mother picked him as a husband. She says that incredibly dryly, obviously.
I guess she was perhaps looking for different criteria than you are.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Facial structure.
I can't say there's anyone like that in my life yet. But luckily it's not a requirement for me to propagate my line for the throne to continue in Denk. She like pats the sword and kind of like lifts it off her belt a bit with the scabbard and stuff and goes, "You ever felt the weight of this, Lockheart?"
I'm trying to remember if Lockheart felt Pride's one at any time.
I don't think so. Oh, you mean like Pride's, the demon blade, you mean?
Yeah.
Possibly you've carried it at some point. Yeah, you've held it maybe.
Like,
yeah?
It's possible. Whereas I think when we bust into the vault...
No, that, I mean, like, came off the thing. Once the
exactly.
illusion... Yeah, very, very dramatic timing for episode runtime. And then the sword flew past you guys, so you never actually touched it. It was only like Tavistock that pulled the illusion magic off it. So, yeah.
I guess a lot of people would say felt the weight of the second blade? First blade? Second blade.
Second blade to demons, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, felt in passing the weight of the second blade, but...
She kind of like dismisses that, goes, "No, I mean the weight of it." And you can tell she means the office, the grander burden of being a ruler, like, not just the physical sword.
I guess.
And she just like hands it out and she goes, "Here, try it on for size. Don't worry, it's not a trick." She says with the cheekiest smile. Remember how imposing Vermi's imposing as well, right? Like that's like the half dragon blood in her as well. She's tall, broad shouldered, etc.
Yes, thinking back to the was the
fire orb thing, yeah, the dragon glass orb, yeah.
Like holding that out, not holding out the blade.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't back down from the glass, so Lockhart will sort of take out his hands underneath it,
and then she like lets you feel away from it. It feels like a heavy sword, obviously, and she's like, "Right, well, bye." And she like mockingly goes to like leave, and then like goes, "No, how does it feel?"
I think the weight is why I have never asked for official high office. I don't think I would bear that burden that you never asked for either, but you do hold far greater hands than I would.
I don't really feel like I was given a choice. It was a calling to me, Lockhart. Perhaps you're yet to receive yours. She kind of gestures vaguely. And she goes, "I'm not going to try and pretend I understand these things." And she like holds the sword back and kind of like turns it over their hands and then pulls it out. Like kind of like turns it over in her hand. And she's moving that like it's effortless, like it's made like it's paperweight levels of like light. Rather than a paperweight, which is specifically heavy. Terrible use of words there. But like, she gestures it effortlessly. And like, it does that nice hum through the air. And like, puts it back in the scabbard and puts it back in her belt. She goes, "I was very much drawn to this, as you know. And my convictions were quite scary now that I can look back with slightly older eyes. But it was the right thing to do. I know that in every fibre of my being, every bone in my body knows this was the right thing to do.
As to say, you never asked for it, but it was the right place for you to be.
And I just really get uncomfortable at the idea that a sword knows that, you know?
Which gives me comfort in Vanel. If the Ironroot were able to create these blades, then perhaps we do have hope that he will not go mad the way that we would if we were his age.
She kind of like nods almost to herself and goes, "You didn't have to write letters to the families of the soldiers that died trying to stop Sir Ethane." She very specifically doesn't call him King Vanel there, she calls him Sir Ethane. And while you might have some familiarity with him, I have yet to build on that, because I can't help but be quite angry at how all of that played out. But I am incredibly aware of my responsibility in that I got those men killed. My actions did that. He swung the blades, but his anger was at my deal with Kyril.
That is part of the weight. That is what makes you worthy to bear it, is that you feel. Lesser people have been attracted to this.
She kind of like just cuts you off and goes, "I don't know if anyone's really worthy. I think we just have to do the best we can do when pushed into these positions. I am, in my wildest dreams, weaving baskets with the children. I could never have imagined having to strategize a war with the Rakashans. I don't really feel like we should be going to war with them, but I can't deny that I can barely understand a lot of it, but this magical cascade that they seem to have instigated, whether knowingly or otherwise, if we simply told them, would they put it back? I don't know. I just feel like I'm not comfortable with war as our first option. This is why I'm supporting Project Clear Sky as a diplomatic envoy, and I recommended you.
Yes.
And by that I mean I'm ordering you to do this, and to do it well, Lockhart. You've got some familiarity across the seas. Hopefully it will be useful to you.
Yes, we will keep our focus on what we can avoid, perhaps more than what we will cause.
She puts a hand on your shoulder, doesn't say anything, just like grips it and like she goes to like walk away and she goes, "There wasn't anything else, was there? Because..."
Yes.
And she kind of like goes, "Okay."
Player agency.
Yep.
Do you mind if I tell her? Because if someone else wants this moment, obviously happy to. But
no, it makes sense in terms of you're the one that has that connection to Vermi, being of Denk.
I think Lockhart will say, "Vermi, Kyril's gone."
She kind of nods and goes, "I know." She like nods, like there. You can see like there is clearly like a tear building and like our tear duct and stuff as well. You can like see the shine from it, from the lighting in here. And she kind of like nods and goes, "And were they happy?"
It was a decision they made as an individual.
She like nods, and the tear does like come down like her face then. And she goes, "Good. Then I'm happy too." You can tell like she's not, obviously, but you know, she needs to be. Because remember, they were weirdly connected because of the deal as well. So it is almost like she probably knew as it happened. You could probably surmise. Just, I appreciate you telling me that, Lockhart. thank you for everything you did for them. And for me. I know I have said that to you before, but it's not something I forget. I'm here because of you and your colleagues' efforts. And so was Chiral. You could have let him die. You didn't.
I think there will be a time where we will have more ability to properly mourn for Chiral. Whether I will join that, I don't know.
She kind of
I'm
looks at you a
afraid
bit
to say-
confused and she goes, it's not something I'm going to mourn. I'm going to celebrate it. Perhaps a public holiday, who knows?
There is another matter. And again, player agency, Lockheart, just tell her about better.
It sort of feels like we
I
should,
think-
in that all the rest of the table knows at this point. We've sort of Margoed her. If she finds out from someone else, that feels less good. So yes, go for it.
There's another being that perhaps shouldn't exist that we have come across.
Her eyes go a little bit wider, but okay, another being, and how did they come about? You can tell she doesn't really understand that, but she's engaging in the conversation.
Before there's any concern, it is not of the Fae in any way, it seems.
And she goes, I wasn't concerned about the Fae, but thank you for alleviating that concern. Perhaps just simply state what they are?
There is something that the Arcanatrix refer to as a living spell.
Right. And this created this being.
And this being seems to come forth from magics of, to say incredible power, unlimited power, or self-sustaining power. It is beyond my understanding.
Can you say that with the accent? Unlimited. No. Yeah. Just get the Palpatine quotes in now. And she goes, right. Who do you need to be concerned about this? Because I don't really understand most of that, Falkwin. Not Falkwin, sorry, Lockhart.
We have made Lord Lightscale aware, and
Lord Lightscale. Do you mean Lord Lucian? Or King Lightscale?
No, King Lightscale.
Okay. Lord Lightscale's like her dad.
Yes.
Like
King
Vermi,
Lightscale.
like not Vermi, sorry. Loudon's like actual lover. Like yeah.
King Lightscale.
Yeah.
And he probably also Surrey Thane. They seem to already have a far greater understanding than my own.
So this
of
isn't
the actual influences.
what you're telling me here is this isn't something I can really help with.
But it's probably something worth knowing, as the other blade wielders do.
She kind of nods and she goes, I'm sure that they would have shared their notes should it be pertinent, and I'm sure that my aides are speaking to their aides, and I'm going to get a briefing at some point, which I will look forward to not understanding.
They seem... There's far more than I don't understand, but it appears to be like a person, in the way that I was perhaps initially dismissive of chiral being. And having seen them develop, this person, this spell, this entity, whatever we want to call it, it might be looking for a home.
I see. Do you feel dank? should be that home?
I don't know, but
And she like walks. She closes the gap between you, puts a hand, and she goes, "I trust your judgment on that matter, Lockhart, because you seem to know a lot more than I do. If you feel this being, this person, needs somewhere to be, we can have that conversation then. They can be someone I talk to then." Kind of like nods, as if basically she's saying, "I'll interview them if it gets to that point."
Very good. I'm sure that will, if that comes up, I think it will be a useful offer.
I'm happy to help.
We will be off on Project Clear Sky on the morrow.
Yes, good luck with that. It sounds quite exciting. I'm quite upset that I'm not going, quite frankly. I feel like I'd be more use on such a mission than here, but duty calls.
Yes, and we have our understanding of the duties before us.
She nods very formally, slightly mockingly, and she goes, "I like you, Lockhart. You're this weird place between professional and insubordinate, and I don't know if I ever want to learn where you fall." And she starts to just
I
like,
fall by your side at always.
yeah,
You'll probably like, give a cheeky like,
yeah. And yeah, like I think there's just a pleasant exchange. She kind of like maybe walks away laughing. Kind of fills the corridor a bit. Yeah.
Lockhart probably go to also like sort of some of the administration bits and just be like try and skim any of the current events of Dink. Essentially, just I know he's not even been away that long, but just try and catch up on anything that he can get his hands on.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Check inbox.
And then 5 a.m. comes around. And these are all, assigned to the, like, the, what would it be, like the North Gate, I guess, of Cascade City. And there's this very, very nice, like, the wood looks like, as the light hits it, like the way water, like, moves light. It almost looks like, as you move closer, like all the kind of grooves and grains of this very long carriage. Like, so if you imagine there was like a standard horse and cart style carriage, like a fancy one that people travel in, where it's got like a door on each side of it, etc., and like bench seats inside. Imagine one that looks like double that length. It's just got the one door in like the middle, and there's no windows, but it's got like the wooden frames of where windows would be. But again, all the light seems to like shimmer over the surface of the wood. It does look slightly reminiscent of, KT's carriage in terms of the wood that seems to have been made from this. So this does seem to be wood from the span that has done this. And he's there smiling, and there's like lots of like supplies and stuff that look like they've just been loaded in, and people are like moving away now. And there's these like, again, anyone magically inclined can tell immediately the horses are slightly illusionary. But they look like they're like braying and stuff like that, and like idling effectively. And he just smiles, and again, it feels like a brighter day when he smiles. As you approach, he goes, "I hope we all slept well. Are we all ready for our road trip?" Bear's like, I don't sleep. I'd like to have you all go in, obviously, to the carriage. As you step in, it's effectively like stepping into a manor house. And he's like, "There are rooms behind most doors. Feel free to find somewhere that suits."
Oh.
Yes, there are there's crystals that can adjust the view to, running water, rain, snow, whatever takes your fancy. And then he's clearly like over the moon with this, right? He's very much like gushing with pride at how this has all been designed for absolute just unnecessary levels of comfort. Effectively, the middle of it is just a massive conversation pit, like from the 70s, but just cushions all like thrown around it.
Amazing.
And various pipes of various things attached to this place.
Who's gonna say it? Who's gonna say it? It's bigger on the inside.
That's not where I want to end the session. I want to end the session the night before in Myr'ra's house, where Myr'ra and Better in your bedroom, I'm assuming, and Better's like, I don't really sleep. Also, what's that humming?
I look at my wardrobe. Is it my wardrobe?
And she goes, is that what that's called? A wardrobe?
Yeah, you normally keep clothes in it. I haven't been keeping clothes in mine.
Right.
I pointed the pile of clothes in the corner.
Yeah. Okay, and those are clothes. And those are meant to go
Those
in
are
here.
clothes.
Right.
Yes.
Why aren't they in there?
Oh, because I had a project.
Okay. Another one.
Yes. You
Right.
know the big black mirrors on the moon? How we left?
No.
Oh, well, I'm going to open my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Is the sort of attempt at creating.
And she's like, oh, that's where she went. And that's where we end the session.
Wait.
So.
I turn into a crow. I don't.
Yeah.
She.
So.
Oh no.
She being the fake
Somebody.
queen.
Yeah, or
No, surely.
she is
Or-
in. Ali Ben was my other
yeah.
thought. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they were my two thoughts.
wait, what?
Oh, it's got to be.
What was
What's
Estelara?
that?
Who knows?
Half-Elven.
Oh.
Oh, I was so confused.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh.
So, for next time, because I don't know if it's
Mhm.
going to be for a little bit now from scheduling, if I glanced at it correctly, but you might want to have packed an extra thing in your bags for this trip, potentially, Hannah.
Okay.
Maybe some very dangerous shards.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then don't let me forget that you did that whenever.
Yeah, they can be in my writing desk back.
Yeah. But that was definitely a scene I really wanted. I didn't want to like skip that, but also I need you on that fucking cart.
Yeah. So there's 5 sessions to get back to where session 1 started.
Yes. But look how much we
Yeah.
did. Look at
And
what you
obviously
did.
Lockheart.
You know what?
Obviously,
All of
Lockhart's
that in
got
5
his own
sessions, I didn't think we could do it.
And look, you've wrote all the stuff you need to solve in this arc. Look at that. Just by saying, "Can we go and talk to Kyril?"
Again, we were just trying to be nice.
I don't know. I think you've done a lot to progress the world, quite frankly, in that 5-session arc. It's pretty damn good. What do you want to call the arc? Not the arc, sorry, the session. God. I've named the arc. Wait a minute. Sunfall! I mean, yep, that's the finale. I'm glad you enjoyed that mini arc. Mm-hmm. But yes, pop your suggestions in the chat.
Beat me by 1 second.
I feel like you beat me to say it by 1 second.
Yeah. What else we got going on?
So, like, is Better just our intern or something now?
It seems that way.
I enjoyed that.
Gosh.
I mean, yeah.
There's a double meaning to that, Kalli, that I don't know if I like.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Is there a comma after the first word? This changes the meaning.
The devil, you know.
Straight Hamilton. I'm trying to make a pun on better and I can't make it work.
Have you seen that with to be or not to be? That is the question. No, it's to be or not to be. That is the question. It's all about where you put the stress on the better.
It's like those sentences where
you can move it
you
and
can
it changes
every
it.
different word and it changes the meaning. I like that.
Better the devil you know.
Better the devil?
He didn't steal £5.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he
Also
didn't steal
because we were
£5.
talking to
Didn't
Pride.
steal £5.
And we like
Yeah.
Pride.
He didn't steal £5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single word in that sentence.
Mhm, mhm.
He didn't steal £5.
Okay, so the suggestions so far. I'm assuming off cam isn't one. Bigger on the inside. It's bigger on the inside. Better the devil you know. That's where she went. Any other suggestions or votes? Mm-hmm.
There's no police.
Oh
box,
man, there's
so
another
I
one.
would
Like,
react with a
yeah.
police officer.
Just for
Are you
Falkwin,
adding this as an emoji for the server?
I was trying to come up with
Mhm.
a harder thing.
Nice.
yeah, it just came to me. I'm like, that is funny.
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but it works enough for our nonsense. Okay, any other votes? So we get one for bigger on the inside and one for better the devil you know. Oh, and a possible suggestion.
No,
Oh.
I don't really have one.
It can be tricky sometimes coming up with like names for sessions. Like in one of my early games, I used to name everything myself. Like once it was all wrapped up for the session, and I thought, why did I do this to myself? Like this is something you can outsource easily.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, who's got the cider?
I choose my own one. I'm gonna be
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Yeah, choose your own one.
super, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. like,
Better the
choose
devil you
mine.
know. Perfect. Gonna give myself a pity vote. There we go. So, better the devil you know is this session. I think it was a very good choice as well, I think. It covers better and the devils. Very good, very good.
I'm just not trusting Lucy.
And just not trusting poor Lucius.
It's too nice. It's too nice.
I also,
Nice guy.
I like that we all interchangeably use his name as well.
Yeah.
That's fun for me. Also, 100% yes. Like, all of that. The conversations with Better and the Good Place memes are going to be strong, I think.
Yes.
I think the entire trip to the span is going to be very interesting with Better. Just as you discuss anything with her. And I'm really interested to see how Lord Lucius deals with her as well. It's going to be very good.
Yeah.
And you're very comfy, like, I guess,
Mansion
manner. Yeah,
and
like... So, goals, have you done any?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, what have you done?
we have found some gold leaf wood for the table.
You actually haven't, because this is wood
from the span.
Yeah, this is wood
I
from the
also
span.
thought that.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger.
I know.
Damn. Then no, I don't think so.
Do you know I almost thought you had me there? I was like, no, it's not. It's wood from the span. I said that. Yeah, it's the exotic wood from that other arc that you said would come up later.
Yeah.
I made it come up later for you guys. Yeah. Anything else? Any other goals done? No. Adding any more?
Teach better ethics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teach better to be better.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add one for you guys. I've started you off
Oh yes.
with
Thank you.
some question marks
Thank you.
for Lord
I think he
Lucius.
watched the additional question marks on the gold leaf last
Yeah.
week, but he does
Yeah.
use his own.
Yeah.
Mhm.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause why not?
Someone who's good at typography should come up with a way to write the letter S in a way that's almost looking also like the two letters AN.
A bit like an ambigrammy vibed situation.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll probably
Yeah.
find someone to do that.
Mm-hmm. I just love that we've just accepted that he has both of those names. It's great. I like it. There's like a cheeky Fae out there playing with reality every 2 seconds just for that one thing. That must be what it is. But yes,
I wonder if we'll eventually converge.
I mean, maybe we'll just keep using one of them at some point, and then that'll just be his name, and we'll all be happy. I doubt it, but we can dream. Beyond that, if goals are done and nobody's adding any, in that case, then I wrap up chat time, I guess, immediately. Do you want to start us off, Falkwin?
Sure. It's always fun getting to interact with Better because she really brings out the stroppy teenager in Falkwin, I think. Like just leaving the room as soon as she got there. The instant, like even before you said that she is about to arrive, or that she just teleported in, with the way the conversation was going, I was kind of thinking, she's going to just show up, isn't she? And I was thinking at that point, like, okay, if she does that, I just have to immediately get up and leave and go tell the teacher.
Yeah.
That
was good. Yeah, no, it was a good scene.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm open to things thawing out a wee bit between Falkwin and Better, depending on the way Better approaches that. Like if she really is learning that actions have consequences, maybe she can also learn what reparation means. You know, it's a thought.
Yeah. I mean, what are Falkwin's thoughts on that ending scene?
Yeah, indeed. That was where I was going next. Like, did Aliben get her body as well? Was she like wandering around in a spirit on the moon after we all left? So many questions. So many. Did she like fuck with the Fae somehow? Like so many open questions. If Aliben has been kind of wandering separately from Falkwin ever since some moment in time.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Also, what's more interesting is, until the moon, Falkwin hasn't been through too many obsidian mirrors.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Like that's the next thing I'm thinking. Like Aliben hadn't been around that whole time, apparently, because it turns out that was just Better tricking me. So when else would Aliben have had the opportunity to go somewhere?
Because obviously you went through the one with the water, the lake, like Lake Loudon, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't have a better name for that place.
So right after Better was injected into me.
Yeah. So, but you've had Aliben after that scene is important. So that mirror can be ruled out.
And it's definitely properly been Aliben because we were doing our usual stuff.
Yeah, no, you've had Aliben for quite a while after that. I mean, she was absorbing magic and stuff to get you guys across places and whatnot, right?
Yep.
So.
And Better was still the creepy Abby in my head at that point.
And you had Aliben's help in your head against those weird visions with Abby and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
And then
so what
Dinosaur
happened?
Island.
What happened with mirrors that may have coincided with when you might have lost contact with Aliben? And I mean this to the group.
Oh, hang on. Could this be Vanel mirroring onto Brananel's island in time to see Modesta Lara shatter it?
And maybe that caused a big magical fuck up somewhere. Because remember we described going through the mirrors as like going into somewhere else briefly? It's like a weird, like, infinite place that also happens immediately. A very weird black space of nothingness. Just saying there's stuff that's happening.
So if we're thinking that could be when Alubin left,
It's the only thing that happened with mirrors that would make sense. This is me not speaking as a GM, just as a person highlighting certain things that happened at certain points in the story.
Yeah.
It's not to say this is the case, it's just
me.
curious and interesting.
Yep. Like there's assumptions here, right? We're assuming she was talking about Alabama, but going with that assumption for now, so what's that said? Oh, that's where she went.
Yeah.
So when
I think I've cliffhangered on the word she so many times in this arc. Not just in this arc, sorry, in this game, full stop. But I think like this is probably something to let you mull over between sessions, right? Like I think this is something that might be fun to unspool in the brain and come up with theories and stuff, right? It's not going to be solved here in this moment, right? But do you have any other thoughts about the session?
No, I think that covers it for now. It did feel like Falkwin had barely arrived at Quillburn's office, and then everyone else was right behind him. It's like, oh, I guess they never made it to the tavern. But I guess also that makes sense in retrospect, because Better just teleported you immediately to the square. You talked for like 10 seconds, and then just immediately started walking back up.
Yeah. So, yeah. Lockheart, why not?
I think one of my favorite moments there was just Margot just like, nope.
I mean, do you blame her? Actually, like,
just,
she was like in the office. Heard living spell happen. Something manifest. Nope. Yep. Yeah, I feel that's in keeping with Margot's personality.
Yeah. And sort of just like having tea with Colburn. Just like, no, this is why I don't go to these places anymore. Why do I even go to these meetings? But yeah, no, lots going on. And I'm 100% in the camp that the she that was being referred to was Alabama. And yeah, that's sort of, have you got any jewelry? Is that not?
Genuinely didn't even, it was one of those things where I'm like, what would you enchant on someone? Not even thinking how important that question is to somebody like Falkwin with a fucking fused bracer on their wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it still is like fused to him and just
oh god, yeah.
The reaction that would have been that Quilburn to see that.
Oh, and Vanille did offer to help with that, but obviously that offer wasn't taken up. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was funnier than I intended that to be. That was nice, well spotted. When I'm like, oh yeah, that is. I mean, a cool gift though, right? Cool necklace.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I did
on.
What was that, Sean?
Oh, I just said, yeah, I'm finally on par with everyone else as far as that goes.
Yeah.
The way that Carol was talking at Colburn was talking at first, I was a bit like, is he really digging for something here? And then I realized, oh no, you're just trying to. It's just getting an extra. It's like allowing Falkwin to sort of do that in a slightly different way. But I was about to just like, just want to check. We're not just told some imposter or something, have we? Secretly Alabama in a dragon suit.
Yeah. They would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you pesky kids. Yeah.
I actually had considered just the first thing saying to Vermi was, "Did you feel it?" Because I did think that she would have known, but yeah, went with that way.
No, it felt right that she would just know in her like being that happened. Like they had a nice connection, the two of them, and it feels right that she would just know and be happy about it, right? Like you can tell she's sad, but. And I don't know, like, I've never outwardly stated this, but there was always, like, some, like, weird, subtly... Like, I could see people shipping them. You know, Kyril and Vermi. There's definitely, like, a subset of our incredible fan base that we clearly have. That I think would write fanfic about the two of them just being, like, romantically together or whatever, but it's forbidden because, you know, it would cause massive problems because people are like, oh my god, the Fae. Like, yeah. That was always in, like, the back of my head going, I like that as an idea. I don't really feel that needs to be on screen, but I like it as an idea, you know? And that's another reason why she brings up that I don't really have something like that in my life, you know? Especially given all the problems it caused to our mum and dad, never mind anything else, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. And she doesn't seem to mind, either, really. She does look like she's desperate to fight something, though. Like, would like to take out all my pent-up energy on a fight because I'm good at that.
At the same time, explicitly, it's like, can we not do a war?
Well, she was very much a de-escalator, right? Because she did say, like, way back in Arc 2, she's like, if we can do this bloodlessly, I don't want to take people to die for no reason. Like, let's do it bloodlessly. How do we do that? Bam. Throne room. The right of, you know, whatever ascension it was called. Authorized ascension. Like... Yeah. Again, she is a nice person. Doesn't want people to die if they don't have to. I mean, despite the impressive ability for her thighs to kill anybody, like, you know. But yeah. Anything else?
Well, I think like that will be something that Lockhart takes forward, being like, okay, like yes, we're here under this slightly nebulous Project Clear Sky, but the word from the blade that actually matters in Lockhart's eyes is see if there is a diplomatic solution.
Yeah.
Which get a proper diplomat.
You are a proper diplomat. You've been to Felix on diplomatic missions, and you stole pirate gold from that.
Is that why we don't pay for anything?
What, Lockhart's pirate gold? Because he's flush. Oh yeah, sorry.
It's me trying to like fence it.
Anything else?
No.
Thank you. Ignysera?
One thing I kept thinking when Betty's like, oh, I want to learn all these things, and like I was like, I really don't want this to turn into a the Futurama episode where Bender turns into a human.
Yeah.
And he just engorges himself on everything.
Come on, everybody, let's do the conga.
This is going to be better, but with like magic. We need to make sure this doesn't happen.
Like swells and swells and swells because of all the spells. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah. I was like, oh no, she's going to eat all the magic. But I do really like her. I think she's really fun.
I'm glad. She's quite fun to RP, to be honest. Quite easy to RP. I just think, how annoying was I as a teenager, and then just be that.
Yeah. She's an annoying teenager, but she's also like really, well, I suppose like naive, not naive, but like innocent, I suppose.
Like there's elements of like
know the world yet.
Like being a bit like a toddler as well at the same time, I guess, as well,
like
right?
She's a brand new thing, you know.
And the horror on everyone's face when you're telling them that, and it's like, you've done what? You've went off and had a kid? What?
Kind of.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. It's so good.
But yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah.
And it's always nice being with like Wilburn and stuff again. That's always very fun.
And we're finally heading into the span as well.
I know.
Yeah.
Ignysera's home. I know they're not going to the same city, are they? Into different cities.
Yeah, like Libratus is further north, but at the same time, it doesn't mean to say you couldn't explore, right? like you might set up stuff that people need to do for you guys with Project Clear Sky, then you just could go off and do other stuff, right? Yeah. You're good at that.
Yeah, good at that. Just go on an adventure to the brackets. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, anything else?
Not that I can articulate.
No worries. Nori.
I have to admit, I struggled with the first half of this. The lagging problems and everything else. I don't know if I caught everything, but I'll watch back and see what I can learn. Yeah, I mean, going into better. I knew the minute we brought it up, and it was always going to be a Falkwin moment, whether or not what we were doing is right or wrong, or his relationship with both Aluben and Better was always going to come to the fore. So I thought I knew that was going to be a struggle for Falkwin straight away, which he does well.
Yep.
That
for sure
comes across like he's still upset. He's still missing a long-term companion, more than any of the others have had anyway. So yeah, another good session. We're moving along. I want to have a horse and I want to be in front of everybody. Oh no, you're not going to need that this time. That's kind of.
I mean, I think you could have convinced him to take a horse. He would just have been very upset at the idea of a horse trampling around his beautiful, carriage mansion.
Yeah, but you think if you've got a mansion, you've got space for stables, don't you? Come on.
Maybe give me a couple of weeks, I'll build the stables in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to have an eerie the way things is going.
Yeah, I know.
For one of the other interactions. So.
Maybe just a nice gilded cage,
Oh, imagine trying to put her in that.
Oh. But yeah, no, it's good. And as I said, I don't think there was I don't want to say there wasn't important information in the parts that you missed and stuff. I think just it wouldn't take you long to skip through the bits that were laggy for you to pick up whatever was said.
Yeah, but also interested to see if it came across.
Yeah,
or whether it just simply was me, because I don't know.
It just seemed like you were super quiet. That's all. It did just look like you were super quiet because obviously your camera wasn't updating as much, so it just looked like you were fairly placid.
Yeah,
but that's fine. Like I said, we got you for the second half, which is good. So yeah.
Now, again, resetting the router probably fixed that then. So.
Oh, it seemed to, yeah, for sure. But yes.
That's really it.
Thank you, Myr'ra.
I love an episode where we get to just talk to loads of people that we know. Loved that Pride was there. Loved that Pride was incredibly unhelpful. Was very proud of her. Even more with the added layer of, what do you need me to do? I'm not going to do any of that.
Yeah.
Bye. Peak Pride. Love Quilburn. Love Ignysera with Quilburn. Like that we got to see Margot briefly. Loved Lockhart's bit with Vermi. I'm so glad Vermi knows. I teared up again because I find it all very sad. And I think that's part of probably again both Hannah and Myr'ra's thing with Better. While she completely understands Falkwin's feelings, and Myr'ra probably feels very guilty for quite liking Better. But I think she reminds her of Chiral.
Yeah.
This is the second time in sort of less than a year that those of us who met Chiral straight from the lake have seen someone become a person and have to experience the world and have to figure it out. And I think having then just lost Chiral and this child spell, I think Myr'ra's very just baby sister now. This is we need to teach her about the world and not give her too many sparkly things. Only some of the sparkly things. I think Myr'ra's probably as well post. Oh, good Lord. Okay, I'm going to pack the shards in a bag. Don't worry about it. Has probably found some kind of childhood book series. And been well, you don't sleep, so you've got to start with this one, but then skip this one because it's weird, and then go to this one, and then you can go back. So she's probably given us some kind of
reading material and stuff, so that you can actually have.
but yeah, I really enjoy big talky episodes. I like that all we basically rolled was the rings. Didn't roll anything else.
That's fine.
Enjoy that. Love that Falkwin's now got, like, we can all communicate. Very excited for that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I'm on the Ali Ben is the she train. Because I don't think the Fey Queen would have like that. Feels like kind of like the opposite of what. Like, we could have been tricked. Could be Modesta Lara. You don't know. Yeah, I still don't trust Lucian. I know he's lovely, but I just don't trust him. I'm feeling very Scott about it.
What does this guy need to do for you people to like him?
I really don't know.
I love it, yeah. Eat any good books lately, Wolf? Yeah, like, I absolutely adore how you are treating Lucian. And he's just like the nicest guy. Be like, let me be as helpful as possible. Just with, like, no terms and conditions. Just let me be as helpful as possible. Unlike Price, who turns up and goes, let me help you with all your problems. What do you want me to do? Be the mother for everything? Okay, bye. Deal with it yourself. This is important.
Yeah, no, I think we've just been done to. Like, we're just like, no, that we try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But yes, lots of fun. Excited for next time.
Yeah, no, samesies. I'm so happy we're back to where I described you starting. That's fun. Only took us 5 sessions, but I feel like these were incredible sessions, quite frankly. The lore that we got out of them alone, just for stuff, is insane. I feel like we've learned a lot about the world from these last 5 sessions, and it's just nice to now start Arc 5. Now that, or, prologue has caught up with itself. One shots, right? Everybody's good at those. Yes. Who would you like to award the XP to?
I would like to shout out Hannah for the Falkwin is a lot snark. But I would like to give it to Lockheart.
That was really funny.
It's one of those, where you say something, you're like, oh, no way, I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it the way I said it, but I meant all the words I used.
There's not a way to take it. Thank you, that was fun. I vote Lockhart for Vermi conversation. I like that we remembered to go check in with her, and I thought that was a really lovely arc of a conversation.
Nice.
I agree with that.
Okay. And
I'm gonna just go to a Myr'ra, so
yeah. Okay, so that's 2 for Myr'ra, 2 for Lockhart. I see.
My vote was for Lockhart. I don't know if that got cut off at the end.
Oh, I thought you were
shouting out Hannah for being.
Okay.
No. I wanted to shout out Hannah for accidentally being a dick.
I see. Oh yeah, I thought the vote was so it's 3 for Lockhart then.
I agree. I want to get it to Lockhart for the Vermi conversation.
Yeah. No.
My vote would be for when we got back in with Better and then that sort of tension with Falkwin. Just being like, Falkwin has like every right to still be really angry and like not wanting to help, and Falkwin is young. And how much that like came through when like you've got the others, particularly I think like Myr'ra, Ignysera and Lockhart, who are like trying to think a bit more in that like broad term ways. And then it's like, yeah, but Falkwin just like might not like them, and that's coming out. And so I would put my vote there.
No, good. I think those are all good reasons to vote for each other. So yeah, I think you still win with 3, Lockhart. Well done, congrats. Enjoy your extra XP. Obviously, everything can have an XP as well. Excellent RP all around, quite frankly. So everybody gets one of those, and Lockhart gets a little bonus one of the votes. Well done. Yeah, thanks everybody for playing, and say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.